Hello everyone, welcome to ALR. We are here tonight for gold, and it's going to be a start of a very special week, isn't it? As we've got four nights of ALR action, and it's going from tonight here on Sunday all the way through to Wednesday as well. I'm not sure how you guys are going to be able to cope with all that, with all this ALR action. I certainly am. Goodness gracious me, it's going to be an absolute cracker, isn't it? And of course we are here for the British Grand Prix at Silverstone, is it, where it all began back in 1950. I think, wasn't it May 1950? May the 13th, something like that. Well, whatever the case may be, it will be it is going to be a cracking race. I have no doubt about that. It normally is, isn't it, around this incredible race circuit. We've had so many great moments, haven't we? Not in ALR, not only just in ALR, but also in Formula One history as well. Then, so we've had four different winners at this circuit in the past in ALR, and those people are. We have got so Total Pease won last season, didn't he? A great result for Total Pease. Before was in season 3 was Fisher. Season 2 was Dan Lutonen, who I think he drove for Grand Prix in the end, and of course the season 1 world champion Nigel as well. Goodness me, the former pole sitters around here. We've had Milan, who got I think that was his third pole position of his career last season, if I'm not very much mistaken. John Cox there took his pole position in season 3. Season 2 was Dan, and of course LK Storm, who I think only did a couple of races with us as well, took pole way back in season 1. I've got to say, I'm feeling very old. I really am tonight. And so let's take a look at the drivers and the constructors, shall we? Well, before we do so, let's take a look at the track, shall we? It's 18 turns around this circuit. Lewis Hamilton's got the track lap record back in 2019, but I think we're more interested about the ALR track record, aren't we? 1:25.855, which was set by Tango last season, wasn't it? Is that going to be broken here tonight? The all-time lap record around here, I think it's set by Milan, if I'm not very much mistaken. I am not very much mistaken. Milan has the all-time lap record around here for 1:24.391. Which was back in Q3, wasn't it, last season? Fantastic stuff. In the Drivers' Championship, it is like this then. Half distance now then, and I'm about to break into song of Bon Jovi there, as we're halfway there. I'm not living on the prayer tonight, though, because I don't need to live on a prayer tonight, because it's going to be a cracking race, isn't it? I don't need to worry about any of that kind of stuff. I don't need to pray. It's going to be a good race, and we've had a great day already, haven't we? The first round of the World Championship in Formula One as well. Fantastic, wasn't it? In the Drivers' Championship, things are like this then. Emerson, half distance in the championship now. This is the most points he's ever led in his ALR career, 109 points in front of Nosey in second. Having a bit of a bumpy ride in the last couple of races. Nosey is Carter Boyd 10 points further back in third position. Milan only 4 points back. Milan's had a good start to the season, hasn't he? From his point of view, very good stuff indeed. Pease then, who's steadied the ship, hasn't he? Remember, his debut this season was he just came in, just won the race, didn't he, in the Dutch Grand Prix. Hasn't lived up to the hype since then for Total Pease, but he's starting to steady himself. He's 41 points further back. Dan Murphy dropping down one position. He is down 6 now. Gurman and Liam have also dropped down positions as well. It's very tight between Pease, Murphy, Gurman and Liam. Indian Jesus, unfortunately, I don't think he's racing tonight, so he's dropping down the pecking order as well. Vitol on the debut season, fantastic stuff indeed there from V Todd. Then 11th position is at Lost Souls, and only recently confirmed with the Red Bull team. 12th position is Mr. Elite John Cox, finally back in the points. Had a good performance last time out in Austria, didn't John Cox? He had pole position as well 2 seasons here, 2 seasons ago here, so hopefully John can also get back on the podium as well. Cowie in 14th position, Diego dropping down into 15th, Dynamo Dan holding steady in 16th position, Echo just about out of the relegation zone, but he is not here tonight either, so you might see him in the relegation zone tonight. Tango is in the relegation zone, along with Equals and along with Gunnar as well, as Gunnar hasn't got a point just yet. In the constructor standings, then Renault are absolutely dominating, and they remember this could be this is the last season that Renault would be with ALR for the foreseeable future, anyway, before they become Alpine next season. McLaren are in second, 111 points away from the Renault team. Alpha Tari have gone from 4th to 3rd. They've got in front of Racing Point, who have dropped down to 4th. And Alfa Romeo is in 5th. 6th position is the Haas team with Mercedes 14 points back from the Mercedes. Williams are 3 points adrift of the Mercedes. Oh goodness me, it's very close there. Red Bull have elevated themselves to an opposition, and Ferrari unfortunately are at the bottom of the standings as well. I know, goodness me, you guys are very much a very chatty bunch as well. Let's take a look at some of the debutants tonight, shall we? Well, we have Shender, who is making his debut in the McLaren tonight. Welcome, Shender. I hope you have a great race then. We got William, who's making his 7th Grand Prix start in ALR. Remember his debut, and William actually got on pole position in the Belgian Grand Prix back in Season 2. He does have an unenviable record at the moment, though, is that William has never scored a point in ALR in his 6 appearances. So he'd like to get that record stopped right away, doesn't he? And also we got it's Summer Wing as well in the Alfa Romeo then tonight. Good stuff to see. So what Summer Wing can do, and Vike de Laff as well in the 2nd Ferrari tonight then. So welcome all you debutants tonight there. And I'm surprised we got a lot of the reserve drivers in tonight, because usually it's a track where it's quite favourable for some of the drivers, isn't it? But goodness me, maybe everyone's just feeling a bit too pooped out, aren't they, from that incredible race in Bahrain, wasn't it? Of course, if you haven't watched it, I suggest you go and watch it, because it's a cracking race. It really was indeed, though. I really enjoyed it, and one of the best opening races to a Formula 1 season in a very long time, isn't it, indeed? Liam then, I'm sure he appreciated as well, of course, as he is driving the Mercedes, going through Copse Corner as well. That used to be the first turn around Silverstone. It's now turn number 9-ish, or something like that, as that's as best you're going to get. I mean 9-ish tonight. Weekend Night Racing has retracted their statement, but of course they are our partner league, of course, and so I wondered if I wonder if it was my appalling timekeeping is I was live a minute too early, really, which is absolutely appalling to me. I pressed the live button, but I was like, well, I might as well go for it now, aren't I? Liam is just coming up to start his flying lap then. Bulky Volcano, of course, one of the new members then to the COBALT, which is the the 4th league, which is starting on Wednesday, of course, around this track as well. Bronze and COBALT will be in action on Tuesday and Wednesday. COBALT Wednesday 7:30 UK time. Bronze at 7:30 UK time Tuesday, and they're going to be following the official calendar from now until the end of the season. So 11 Grand Prix for both the two. We've got yellow flag in the back end of the lap then. So both those 2 leagues will be having 11 events then. Of course, you have to have a minimum of 8 Grand Prix to make it a championship, official championship. So, luckily we've gone over that. So it's 11 races then from now until the end of the season, and 4 days of ALR action. And really good stuff indeed then. Really looking forward to seeing what is going to be occurring then. Gunnar saying then it's the start of the Facebook stream was better. I wonder what that was. Gunnar saying, Gordo saying, hello, good evening, Gordo. Formula Moments, hello, everyone. That was me switching accounts and love Britain. I can't express how much I love the new logo as well. Of course, hats off to Ayrton, because he is definitely the artist behind all the logos, isn't he? Of course, I've got to say we've got 2 very good graphic designers in the form of Ayrton and at Knowlesy, but I don't expect Ayrton or Knowlesy to be doing any kind of graphic designs here tonight. Then Knowlesy needs to stop the rot, doesn't he, and try and get him trying to reel in. That's a very good time straight from the get-go, isn't it? 25.4 there from Liam. Yeah, well, he's going to be definitely saying yeah in his helmet, isn't he? Good stuff indeed then from Liam. Tango coming down the back straight as well, but I'm more interested in Carboy at the moment, who's in 3rd in the World Championship on the soft tires, and this is full qualifying for anyone that's new. Of course, we've got 3 sessions, 18 minutes in this first session. We're going to be losing the bottom 5 drivers in the first 2 sessions, and then the final session is going for pole position. Then Carboy has gone faster by 3/10 of a second. That's a very good start then to his as Vike there. I wonder if he had a invalidation there, or is he going for a second time run? I think he might actually go for a second time run there. But Tango is first at the moment. Now he's in the 24s already. Goodness me, these are rapid times right from the get-go. On board with Shender now. He's making his debut. Just a lovely shot here, just from the side of the driver, flicking it in to Stowe, of course. Diamond goes at 4 fastest in the Williams. Tango has left the session. Hang on a minute. Excuse me. So is Shendo now coming out of the final turn there, and he goes fast. That's a very good time there from the debut song. Goodness me. And I must say that, That's a very impressive time to start us off. Then Mr. Elite is going for another bite of the chair as well. Jonathan is just starting his lap, as is this man here. Equals is also just going out lap at the moment. And I think Liam is going for a second bite of the cherry now, so he's put a bit more fuel in the car. Liam has in, so I think that that's a very good time to start us off with anyway. But these are some very quick times out there. Love it. Mr. Elite come down the Wellington straight, then we're going to keep an eye on what Vike can do then. Remember, this is Vike's debut race in ALR then, so I'm really interested to see what the Ferrari driver can do. Ferrari, unfortunately, bottom of the Constructors at the moment. Mr. Elite, who was the Constructors champions last season, wasn't he? Vike goes fifth fast at the moment now, and he is just a whisker behind, a 4,000 of a second away from Liam yet at the moment. It's very nip and tuck, isn't it? Very good stuff indeed then to start us off. Good indeed then. As Summer Wings is starting his lap off as well, just flicking it through turn one there as well. Mr. Elite is coming down the hanger straight as well. I can see a Williams driver of Dynamo Dan there just going into the final part of the lap then. John Cox is just starting his lap. Sorry, going to stay with Emerson then. He is the World Championship leader, also the defending World Champion as well. Never won a Grand Prix around here, has he, Emerson? And I think that his tally of never winning the race is really starting to drop now, isn't it? Going back to the comments there, Gordo saying, I'm so slow around Silverstone. Join the club, Gordo. I'm a falling around here. I struggle to get around one lap. Emerson goes fast, and he's definitely not slow, is he? He's 300 of a second in front of Schender at the moment then. And I've got to say, I think that Schender has really made me sit up and take notice, and that's a cracking start for Schender. Then equals starting his lap as well. I think I'm missing these. I'm at the wrong part of the circle. I think I keep missing them. Gordo, I've got Gordo on the brain now. Here's Gunnar coming into the final couple of corners to start us up. And what about equals then? He is he's just about to get kicking on his lap as well. Liam is invalidated this time. He's going to have to go around again, unfortunately. Liam, he's got a lot of fuel in that car, hasn't he? So that's interesting strategy there from Liam. I got to say, I quite like drivers taking a different route to tackle this qualifying session. Here's Jonathan now coming down the back straight as well. Of course, he's got DRS in as well. You can see he's diagonal the straight, isn't he, for the best route into Stowe as well. Look at that. It's not much of a braking zone anymore, not as what it used to be when I first started watching F1 way back in the mid to late 90s. Jonathan there is now out of the final turn 18, but he spun it there, and Jonathan's going to hit the wall. He's hit the wall, but luckily he's gone straight head on there. The British Italian driver has, so luckily he's just damaged the front wing, but unluckily he's going to have to go all the way around and come back in the pit and do another change the front wing and do another lap though, unfortunately for Jonathan. That is the bad news, but the good news is he's still in qualifying then. But yeah, I'm Mercedes not looking too happy on the rear, is it? Here comes Gunnar coming down the back straight as well. Wilson saying evening. Emerson saying no rain in Great Britain. You must be mad then. Jake Wilson is absolutely shocked to the core as well, isn't he? I'm shocked as well because I brought me, I packed me Max, me umbrella, me wellies, everything. Because I was expected to be knee deep in mud then tonight. But as Gunnar goes not fast, as I said, the second time so far before he takes a wide berth into turn one. So good play of a low at the moment. As we're on board then with William there making a return back to ALR. Good stuff to see good stuff to see William back in action there. Diego is decided to shortcut turn one there. So Gurman then, of course, the only man in ALR history to win in gold, silver and bronze, isn't he? He has come up the ranks, Gurman has then, and I feel that and I got to say, I think that that's a great accolade as well. That's why I'm going to keep repeating it until the cows come home. Where have the cows gone? I have no earthly idea, but all I know is that they will be coming home soon, I'm sure of it. Gurman there is just coming out of Brooklands as well into Luffield. That used to be two corners, didn't it? Luffield 1 and Luffield 2, and then they just made it one swooping right-hander, didn't they? Now coming over the old start-finish straight up until 2010, 9, something like that. I think it's 2009 they finished there, didn't they? Or was it 10 then? I think it was 10 actually, because I'm sure Mark Webber got the final pole there. On board with Gurman, lovely over the shoulder shot as well. Lovely shot. Then DRS and two DRS zones around here. It used to be free, didn't it? And for I think it was 2018 where Grosjean there had a big old spin, didn't he, in turn one there, and I think he completely wiped himself out of the Grand Prix, didn't he? Which is unfortunate, but I think it was a good challenge indeed then, wasn't it? And Gordo saying just saving it for silver. Camera Racer, good evening, Sean. Hello, all racers as well. Summer Wing making his debut tonight. Hey, good evening then. As I just on board now then, as he is getting that 4th position there, Gurmanis. There's too many G's in this championship, isn't there? I got to say, I do love a good G though. And here's the other G. It's Gurmanis. No, it's Gunnar. Total P's then. Luckily, Total P's haven't got any G's in his name, otherwise I'll be completely lost, won't I? But here is P's then coming out of the final turn. So I remember he won this race last season. He'll be aiming for that again, surely. And he goes fast as well on a 24.3. These times are red hot there. Oh, goodness me, I'm glad I'm not out there because I would have get absolutely sunburnt then. Of course, as here comes Milan then. He was on pole position last season around here. He is full fast around behind his teammate, a 10th of a second behind Milan is, and in a 4th position then. Losso's coming down the back straight. Summer Wings, Summer Wings, no, Wing, yeah, Summer Wings. It is summer, isn't it? I don't know. There we go. Anyway, his teammate's just in front of us, just in front of him at the moment. No, it's Diego's just in front of him, not Summer Wing. I've had me COVID jab yesterday, so I'm all over the shop. Luckily, I've had no side effects apart from I can't speak, but not the side effect, is it? That's basically I've never been able to speak really. Lovely shot here. Look at this. He goes through the S as well. Look at that. Absolutely planted the car beautifully. Now down the national straight as well, as he is going to diagonal it then for the of course for the best corner angle going into Stowe as well. Just in the car settings, the brake settings going into Stowe is absolutely magical, isn't it? Diego, of course, is sinking further and further to that relegation zone, isn't it? Remember, the bottom 3 get relegated to silver on Monday night if they finish in the bottom 3, flicking past me in 11th position. That good stuff indeed. And here comes that Summer Wing out of the final turn. Summer goes into, he's invalidated. His time's got down another by the cherry. Nosy is off the circuit. Oh goodness me, the man who's second in the World Championship. He has lost the nose. He has lost the wing there. Maybe he might have to ask Summer for his wing then perhaps. Joking aside though, Nosy is very much put himself in very much on the back foot at the moment now, as he has damaged the wing, hasn't he? Of course, remember, he's got 3 Grand Prix wins this season, Nosy has, but that is not good at all, is it? He's got to come back in and throw another set of tires on to get through. Here's 27. It is at Summer Wing. Then we've got Jonathan back on circuit as well. Equal still in the pits at the moment then, as he flicks over the old I flicked over the old start finish straight as well. Let me quickly get back to what I was chatting about then. Serious Mushroom then. So who's going to finish second then? Jake Wilson saying one of the worst tracks. I do not expect anything tomorrow. Ayrton, hello. Thank you for the compliments. Of course, it got to make the most of Ayrton because I'm not usually in a very good mood. But luckily, Hamilton Wednesday. I'm a big old Hamilton fanboy. I am unashamed as well of that as well. But to be honest though, having said that, I think, my goodness me, and a Summer Wing. Wow, good control of the car there. Fantastic. Gurman's retired from the session then. Oh my word there. I think he would have had his heart in his mouth there at that point. Good gracious me. Total P's there is retired from the session there, but Summer Wing, how did he keep out the barrier? And I got to say, he has more talent than Ericsson. Remember, Ericsson went off there. Yes, it was a bit of a damp day back there, wasn't it? But at least that Summer Wing kept it out of the barrier. Good stuff indeed then. Here comes Jonathan then. Unfortunately, he had a couple of issues on the final corner. Knowles has made it back to the pits then. I hope he hasn't damaged the car too badly. He's got 3 minutes to come back out and set a time then. Same with Summer Wing as well. Equals has emerged out of the gantry as well. I should say out of the pit lane really, because I think the gantry is actually something else, isn't it? 500 a second down to Jonathan is on his previous best there, and he's now died in a straight coming down then into Stowe as well then. Now accelerated away. Here comes the British Talent driver, the 2-time Grand Prix winner here in ALR. He's been on pole position I think it was a record, wasn't it? 12 times Jonathan was, but he comes across the line. He's third fast at the moment. That's much better from the British Italian driver, and I've got to say, Jonathan is absolutely really on form at the moment, I must say. In the last 2 races in Austria he did well, and here tonight as well. Yes, he's visited the barrier, but but that's a very good, strong time right from the get-go there from Jonathan. Impressive stuff indeed there. Dynamo Dan there flicking it into Cops as well. Lovely stuff indeed there from Dynamo Dan then. And now he's going through Maggots and Beckett's as well. And now to finish off then into Chapel as well. Look at the understeer on the car, and he's picked up a bit of grass there. He's unsettled that Williams then, and he's still 2/10 of a second up. Dynamo Dan is, but I think there's a lot more time in that car for Dynamo Dan. Hopefully he can hopefully he's got enough fuel in the car, and then maybe he can get another time in here then. Gordo saying not alone, and a good call from John to straighten up the car. That was very good indeed there from Serious Russian there. It's absolutely right there. Jonathan did straighten up the car beautifully, didn't he? And because of that then he didn't damage the car too much, so he was able to come back to the pits there and throw on another set of tyres and go for a second bite of the cherry, which almost will guarantee, well, I think that might guarantee him to go through that, but of course I'm not going to count my chickens before they hatch. Ayrton saying Jake will start on hard and end up in third now. Yeah, in terms of tomorrow, Jake's very good, isn't it? Not, I gotta say, Jake's qualifying performance is probably his weakest, isn't it? But his race performance is second to none. It's fantastic, isn't it? Jake Wilson is, but of course, the points are scored on race day, aren't they? So Jake Wilson ain't gonna be too bothered by qualifying, is he? Because if he can start 14th or 15th and finish third, then it doesn't really matter, does it? Equals there is going through the S's as well then, and taking a bit of curb there. Equals. I thought I was going to settle the Mercedes, but he's quite planted around that. That's pretty impressive stuff indeed then. Agora saying I think the only reason I look good last season was because of the early safety car. As we've got Quinn Tinkwink then saying hey Equals, hey Diggers then. Theo, hello Sean, how are you? I am very good, my good man. I hope you are well as well. I am vaccinated now then, as I keep bragging about it, albeit, well, I'm not sure if I should really brag about it, because, it's up to you really, isn't it? But all I got to say is that I'm feeling fine and dandy, albeit very tired, but I don't think that's a side effect. I think that's just because I'm lazy. We've got Delaf, who's 300ths of a second back at the moment. He is in the danger zone in the Ferrari. He flicks it in to into Stowe as well, and drifting slightly right then, and he's abandoning his time and come back into the pits. Delaf has said, I think that's unfortunately the end for Delaf's progress here tonight. And Liam's invalidated his time. Equals is invalidated as well. There's going to be some tears here in Silverstone. Who's going to be shedding the tears? And is it going to be Liam? Is it going to be the Mercedes? Is it going to be Nosey? As we've got a couple of retirements as well. Diego is also going to be sweating bullets as well. The Ferrari of Mr. Lee is coming through the final turn, and Mr. Lee's invalidated. We've got to keep on what Nosey can do. He is second in the World Championship, and he is 15th fastest. Nosey, that is not safe, is it? Liam is going to go for broke, isn't he? And Shender is gone. Oh my word there. And Shender, who is so quick earlier on this qualifying session, is out, and he's got off. Kobayashi crashed there, and I think Magnussen crashed there, didn't he, last season or the season before? Oh my goodness me. Shender, a big name, is out of qualifying, and goodness me, you're going to have 5 drivers missing out of qualifying 2, not 4. Oh dear, then Equals invalidated. Tom Nosey might be breathing a huge sigh of relief. Liam won't be just yet though, because Liam needs to find some time then. Summer Wings is also out on circuit as well. We're on board then as he is coming down into Stowe as well, and now accelerates away, riding on the curbs, and now he is coming up into the final 2 turns. Car 27 then, and let's see what he can do. His target time to get out of qualifying is a 25.2. It's a 25.2. He is through. Nosey is in major trouble. Nosey's out of qualifying. That's a huge shock here in the British Grand Prix. What can Liam do? Liam is now into the followed a couple of turns while Carboy has gone up in the 9th fastest. Dynamo Dan has found those extra couple of tenths. That's a great final time for Dynamo Dan. Liam has gone through as well. He's knocked his teammate out of qualifying, and that is a shocker. Nosey's earlier incident has majorly cost him a position in qualifying too. The man who is second in the World Championship down in 17th position. That's a horror show, isn't it, for Nosey, unfortunately, as he is now coming back into the pits then. And that is very disappointing indeed for Nosey. But Summer Wing gets out of qualifying 2 on his out qualifying 1 on his first effort. Hats off to you in the Alfa Romeo. Good stuff indeed. Then he did make hard work of it, didn't he? But he got there in the end nonetheless. Unfortunately, Shender is not going to be able to get back in the spare car. There's no spare cars in Formula 1 anymore for any of you older fans like me who's got like grey hair here, there, and everywhere. So unfortunately, Shender Schender is out of the race. If this was back in the, before 2003, he would have just run across the track and got into the spare car as well. As we've got Giovinazzi, who is entered the fray from somewhere. I'm not sure where, but Giovinazzi is coming to the in the car. Very good stuff indeed then. As Summer Wings there just coming across the line in 14th position as well. Bulky saying, Sean, earlier in the stream you called me a new driver. It's not true. I'm a returning driver. Oh, did I? I apologise there, Bulky. Albeit technically you are a new driver if you're driving in COBALT, because COBALT's a new league, of course. Anyway, we'll come back to COBALT and Bronze and of course, COBALT's a new league. Bronze is returning back to action on Tuesday. Yep, Tuesday night. We'll talk more about that later on in the session. Gunnar qualifying then, same with Vike de Laaf as well, down in 19th and 18th there. Normalsey had some issues in qualifying. He is out of qualifying in 17th. Equals is out as well in 16th. And Schender, who had a accident in the final turn there on the pit straight, where Kevin Magnussen had crashed with someone. Who did he have a crash with? Someone nerfed him off in the final turn. Was it Fiat? I'm not sure. Back in 2019, but whatever the case may be, it I think, it was 2019, wasn't it? And unfortunately, that was it 2018? I don't know. All the lovely shot here from inside Peter's garage here, and you can see as we're just flicking across now with Emerson. Then good stuff indeed. I would like to have had a little longer on that shot then, but never mind. Then unfortunately, I didn't go to get my wish. Troy saying, evening Sean, you already know who I am, who I support by now. Of course, there he is, and that's the yellow heart there. That's definitely for the Renault team. Is that, of course, we do have a joint constructors championship, and with 2 extra leagues being added, it's going to be very much shake up the joint constructors at the moment. It's Renault, which are running away with it at the moment, and goodness me, they're almost double the points of second place, if I remember rightly, which is probably not the case. As only one McLaren in qualifying 2. Which is absolutely shocking to say the least, isn't it? Because Schender is a very quick gentleman indeed, isn't he? But unfortunately, he is out of qualifying, so he'll be starting 15th on the grid for the race, which is coming up in about half an hour's time or something like that. Then, well, we've got 15 minutes then to determine who is going to be knocked out of qualifying 2. We're going to line up 11th to 14th then in this second qualifying session. Then, as Serge Rushford said, Arsenal, Troy. I'm into the race, but them too. Then, of course, Troy, a Arsenal fan. Then, well, I suppose someone has to support him, but we do have 2 Arsenal supporters, from what I'm aware of, in the ALR. And I think that's also Gunnar as well. I think does German also support Arsenal? Goodness me. If I'm wrong about that, I apologise. People do get very upset about that. But I remember someone accused me of being a Man United fan once, and I was absolutely apoplectic. Apoplectic. No, I was upset about it. Milan there coming out of left field at the moment. He's just doing a bit of harvest at the moment. He is doing a outlap. And so just watching, we got Summerwing. Oh my god, OMG, I was so close to equals. Very close indeed. Then come on, Giovinazzi, I need your help at Alpha here. Then Giovinazzi has come in as decided to come in as a super sub then for Dan Murphy or VTOD. I don't know which car's which, to be honest, but of course the 2 Alfa Romeo drivers who are usually regular drivers, unfortunately unable to attend here tonight. Then so our own Giovinazzi has come into the session as well. I think he did very well in the race earlier on. Then I'm not sure if the strategy helped him too well, because I think the Raikkonen got the nod in the pit lane first, didn't it? Which I think cost Giovinazzi several positions there. I think dropped down to 15th when I last looked. Of course, there I would I'm going to enlighten myself and watch the Ted Kravitz's notebook, I think, after this session here tonight. And so that's definitely very much enlightened me indeed. As Giovinazzi is too slow for ALR. Schender saying my control disconnected then. As that's why Schender is out then. And as a Summer Wing, I support Chelsea. Oh goodness me. Oh, a lock up at the inside front there from Milan then. So Schender had some. Oh, he's locked up the other front tire as well. Goodness me. Milan there is very much using all of the tires and then some. The problem with Milan doing that is, of course, because he will have to start on the tires. If he gets in the top 10, he'll have to start on these tires then, won't he? These 4 exact tires that if he gets in the top 10, and I think he's abandoned this time. Indeed, he has then. A lot of lockups there from Milan there. A bit wild to start off his lap then. Tango just following him in the background. So I think Diego is going to be the first driver then to have a proper time then on the board. There's Diego flicking it in to Brooklands as well then. Now into left field then from car 19 then, the Pink Panther then. This is not only Renault's last season in ALR, it is also Racing Point's last season in ALR as well, before the Racing Point becomes the beautiful Aston Martin car, and the equally beautiful Alpine car as well for the Renault team then, which I thought that was going to be a track invalidation now from Diego, but nope, it's not then. Diego can carry on as much as he pleases, and lovely over the shoulder shot as well from Diego. He needs some points on the board at the moment. He will out-qualify Knowlesy, with Knowlesy out of qualifying. That's a shock to the system, isn't it, for the championship contender? And I think that Carboy would be quite happy with that, wouldn't he? In the, he hasn't emerged out of the pits just yet, though, has he? So I'm just going back to Shender's coming in. Unfortunately, technical gremlins has cost Shender a chance to go into qualifying too then. Unfortunately his controller disconnected and he crashed about there, didn't he? And that is a huge blow for Shender, isn't it? Only his debut for ALR tonight, because he was on a cracking debut, wasn't he? Really was indeed that. I think a lot of drivers might be, of course, I don't think they would mean it too mean-spiritedly, but I think they'd be quite happy with Shender not being a part of a qualifying 2 or 3, because he was quite a quick cookie, wasn't he? Goodness me, he was very quick. He was very quick in qualifying 1, wasn't he? I've got to say, he was very much shaking up the order, but Shender out of qualifying then, so I think that potentially that's an extra top 10 spot then for one of these drivers there to really take hold of that then. Who is going to strike whilst the iron's hot then? Tango coming through. Look at the incredible velocity that Tango went through cops there. Absolutely mega stuff indeed. Milan there is invalidated. I think Milan there is just trying to get out of his out one of the Renault driver's way at the moment, or is it the other way around? I think it's the other way around, isn't it? Let's see it. It's Milan there who's on board with now, then flicking it into Stowe as well, and now coming up to the new part of the circuit, which is not new anymore, because it's 10 years old this year, isn't it? Look at Alan looking up the front again. Milan is not treating these tyres very kindly at all, is he? Of course, we'll talk about race strategy in just a while. Milan goes faster, good time indeed there from Milan then. We are just waiting for one of the Renault cars to come through. They are starting up their lap as well. Milan's invalidated. Tango goes second fast. He's just a whisker over the 24 mark. He's a 25.093 for Tango at the moment. Total P's had just emerging up the hill then. Here comes a Dynamo Dan then. And that front tire looked like had a flat spot on there for Dynamo Dan, but he was very quick in qualifying 1, and he's very quick in qualifying 2 as well. 3/10 of a second in front of Diego at the moment. That's very impressive indeed there. Here comes Summer. Summer comes across the line, and he is third fastest. Good stuff indeed then. Here comes Liam coming across the line. He is third fastest now then. Oh wow, good, very good competitive times indeed. The only driver that didn't do a time on the medium tires was actually Diego. Carboy out on track as well. He's on the soft tires. Jonathan also on the soft tires as well, as he is coming up to the end of his lap. Emerson there is not too far away from home either, nor is P10. So we've got a couple of quick drivers out on circuit now. Here's one of them, is the British Italian driver Jonathan Cox, car 25, and going through Stowe as well. Lovely stuff indeed then, as he's now flicking it into the final couple of corners there. So let's see what Jonathan can do then. 24.8 is the benchmark at the moment. He's going to be doing a 25.1. Jonathan is a whisker behind at the moment then. Good stuff. Emerson there is just into the final few corners. And P's there not too far behind either. Emerson hasn't won the British Grand Prix, so that's surely the aim for Emerson tonight. He goes fast as well. I got to say, I think Emerson has very much been pounding in the practice laps here tonight. Then it's going to be Emerson, Milan, P's who usually top of the time sessions, aren't they? Carboy comes into the bits, and Gurman is just coming down the Wellington Straight now. Now going into Brooklands, Enna Gurman is, of course, remember this was his third Grand Prix win in a row last season in silver, wasn't it? Had an absolutely magnificent run of race wins, didn't he, in silver? He's already got one Grand Prix win here in gold, hasn't he? He's a magnificent competitor, to say the least. Some are saying that I support Charleston. I think that Knowlesy supports Chelsea as well, and I'm sure that there is I think there's a Welsh Maldonado who also supports Chelsea, and a couple of other people as well. I would say then. I suppose someone's got to support Chelsea, haven't they? We've also got Sarah say I support Rushden and Diamonds. I don't know. I've got to say, I don't even know where Rushden are anymore in the league, because they used to be. Did they used to be in League 2 for a while? But I must admit, I haven't seen them in League 2 for a very long time. Of course, I'm because I'm like a one of these glory hunter kind of supporters. I don't really know where Rushden are. Gurman's gone faster. He's on the soft tire, of course. He's done a 24.5 Good time indeed there for German. Lost Souls, and I've got to say, since he's returned to the ALR fold, he's been magnificent, hasn't he? Lost Souls has, and he was really shaking things up in Austria a week ago as well, wasn't he? Car 90 Lost Souls is then, and let's see where he's going to put his car here tonight as well. Car Boyce in the pits, he hasn't set a time yet. Mr. Lee out qualifying, and same with William, he hasn't set a time. Just Eva, and talking of William, he is facing the wrong way, coming out of left field. Unfortunately for William, then, and I'm wondering if that might have to come in the pits then for on the set of soft tires. He doesn't want to have the same issue that Perez had yesterday. A lovely shot, and I love the helmet from Lost Souls as well. I think that's his the Austrian flag on that helmet, and I love stuff like that. And it's a good stuff indeed there for Lost Souls. Coming in to Stowe as well. He is on the soft tires. Vintage saying, "Evening, Sean. Good luck, Golden." Thank you, Vintage. Thank you very much indeed. Lost Souls and Flip hop skipping in a jump. Then, oh goodness me, he had to correct the car and he's gone faster. It's faster still on the soft tires. Soft tires looking very good at the moment, and so I've just smashed my laptop off. William now unfortunately had some issues at left field. I wonder if he's going to come back into the pits. William has a pole position in the ALR, doesn't he? He had it in his debut race back at the Belgian Grand Prix in season 2. Of course, the winner of that race was actually Nigel there. Of course, a great race win as well. I think that was the second to last race win in ALR, wasn't it, for Nigel? Because I think a year later. No, for now, was that his last race win ever? I don't think it was actually, because he won the. I'm sure he won in Belgium in season 3, actually, not season 2. So William coming back into the pits there. Dynamo McDonald's done 4 laps on these medium tyres. I'm wondering then if he's not thinking about that and not thinking about starting on these medium tyres and go to the soft then if he gets into the top 10. I think the drivers said, what is the strategy around here tonight then? Of course, I've been earwigging away just to see what the drivers are thinking. And a lot of conversation I've heard then it might be the medium to start off on the medium and go to the soft at the very end, or the opposite strategy of going from the soft and then going to the medium to the end then. Of course, we'll keep an eye to see how that plays out there. Remember, I think back in season 3 we had a great battle, didn't we, with the top 4, and I think that Jonathan went on the alternative strategy that year, and unfortunately it didn't pay, did it, for Jonathan there, unfortunately. But I think that it was very difficult indeed, wasn't it, because it was so close there between Jonathan and Fisher. We had a great battle for the top 4, didn't we? So I think that Jonathan might be going for a different strategy here tonight then, but we shall see, because apparently it is not raining around here. Lost Souls is very happy with that. Apparently it's not raining in this event here tonight, where I must see it to believe it, of course, because it must be rain. It rains quite a lot around the Northamptonshire area, or Northamptonshire area, if that's where I'm from, of course. The good old Gloucestershire, but in it, and all that kind of stuff. Word. Car Boy currently in left field then, and Car 34, he's third in the championship. He's been my driver of the season so far, Car Boy. He's been magnificent. He really has indeed done. He's been super consistent, Cart Boy has. Let's just take a quick look at some of the stats from the season. He's had 4 podiums this season. Very impressive performance indeed. He's only not scored in 1 race, which is the French Grand Prix. And when he has scored, his lowest position was 7th position back in the Vietnam Grand Prix. I think the Cart Boy has been an absolute revelation this season, hasn't he? And he's really shown some very quick performances as well. Cart Boy has, and I'm really looking forward, because he's just going to go quicker and quicker, isn't he? And I gotta say, it's for 4 podiums that have come in the last 5 rounds. Monaco, Azerbaijan, then Canada, and the Austrian Grand Prix as well. Of course, unfortunately, the only blemish he's got on his record then is the French Grand Prix. Up to that point, he scored in every single Grand Prix in his season. This season, Cart Boy, and it's all about consistency, isn't it? And maybe he'd be eyeing a silver or maybe even a gold trophy, of course, and we're only at the halfway point, haven't we? Looking at locking up the inside front as well. Goodness me, I love it when they lock up. It looks absolutely spectacular, doesn't it? But of course, the drivers do get a gold, silver, and a bronze trophy, don't they? And I've got to say, when I venture out for my bronze debut in a couple of days' time, then I will be aiming for not to get the wooden spoon, to be honest. That would be absolutely fantastic. But I am hoping to be flying the coattails of my teammate Dylan in the Williams, so I'm hoping to be getting a trophy like that then. But of course, I need to score at least a few points to even try and get that Constructor trophy. But I got to say, there are some super teams in bronze, isn't there? Of course, bronze will be the coverage then for ALR this week. Then it'll be, unfortunately, it's me tonight and tomorrow, so you got to hear my awful voice. And then we got to And then, of course, on Tuesday night, it will be the two Hiltons of Emerson and Ayrton. Of course, we don't mind Ayrton, but I'm not sure about the other guy, Emerson. But unfortunately, beggars can't be choosers and all that. Yeah, it'd be really good actually to hear from Emerson, the world champion. It'd be very good to get two drivers' perspectives about what is going on. I think that'd be fantastic insight for you viewers, and so that'd be really good stuff indeed. Then it's an absolute treat, isn't it, to see two drivers in the comms box. Cardboy goes second fastest then on the soft tires. That should see him safely through. We got William then, who has gone to the soft tires, and as he is, I think after that issue he had a couple of laps ago, then he's going to have to come and he's thrown onto the soft tires. Off the onboard shot here from John for the moment there. Summer Wing saying, not quick enough for Q3. I'll go on old softs for the an aim for P11 or P12. Jonathan goes fast instead. What about Diego? Diego's gone 8 fastest. Good time indeed there for Diego. Liam is on the cusp, but he was on the cusp in qualifying one. He likes to slice it very thin, doesn't he? Oh, William has gone wide there. William has gone wide. He's got 40 seconds then to get around and sort himself out and get another time in. Summer is out there as well. So is Dynamo Dan. Liam is down the Wellington straight, then into Brooklands as well. Let's see. Oh, he's gone on the grass there. There's an Alpha Tauri just getting out of his way as well. Yellow flag. Ignore the yellow flags in qualifying for the minute. Let's see then as we're now on board. Now let's see what we can do then. Is Liam there flicking it into Cops as well there. Of course, we had a big smash there with Carlos Sainz and Grosjean, I think it was. William is out of the qualifying session. That's a huge scalp to say the least. William out. Mr. Lee is out as well. And of course, that is a big blow for William. He's been on pole position before in ALR back in season 2 of Belgium. He's not going to be tonight. And coming down the back straight is Liam there. He's going to flick it into Stowe. Look at that. And look at the lowest speed he went through Stowe was a magnificent 140 miles an hour. And raising back up over the crest there. Now 2 corners away from home. Liam is this enough? He's currently through in a qualifying 3. Is he going to cement that place? Indeed he has. Tango's in major difficulty at the moment. And here's Summer. Summer's gone on the old tire then, as we mentioned before. Here comes Dynamo Dan then, as we're going left, right, and look at this, and hold on to the seat or you're in the pants as you go through here. And I thought he clipped the corner a bit too much down the curb, but no, Dynamo Dan is carried on then. This is a magnificent effort from Dynamo Dan. DRS and right down the back straight as well. Hold on again. Look at that, and he's going 140 miles an hour then. The Renault Jonathan is safely through then. What about Dynamo Dan? He's got 2 corners away from home. He needs to have a special throttle sector he wants to get through. Let's see what he can do. It's a 25 he's aiming for. It's a 25-2 there. He is not through. And Wing is out of qualifying, so he's invalidated his time. And unfortunately for Wing, he's damaged his wing as well. Actually, Summer Wing has, and he'll be coming back into the pits as well. So that is the end of qualifying 2. Magnificent tonight, isn't it? Absolutely stellar stuff indeed. And there's Serious Merchant saying good strat Summer then. So Serious Merchant there I think they might be taking some ideas there from Summer Wing, of course, when Serious Merchant was in action tomorrow. Having said that, I got to say Serious Merchant is a very good strategist, isn't he, if that's a word it is now, because I remember at Austria, goodness me, driver of the day for me. He was fantastic, wasn't he? Absolutely mega stuff. Him and TK was absolutely magnificent, weren't they, in the silver race a week ago. Of course, you can catch up with that the highlights of tomorrow anyway. There's a cheap plug for you, but I would say that if you want to just review what happened in Austria a week ago, then I suggest that's a very good catching up mechanism, isn't it? Ayrton has said Julie and David say hello, Sean. Good evening, Julie. Good evening, David. I hope you're enjoying the stream then. Of course, that is Mr. and Mrs. Hilton and who joined us on the stream, didn't they, last week? It was an absolute pleasure to have company with the rest of you as well. It's great stuff indeed there. Keep all your comments coming in, guys, because I'm a very lonely man. I'm just sat in my bedroom talking to myself, really, which is basically at the end of the day what I'm doing, isn't it? Mr. Lee is out of qualifying. William Neg set no time either. He invalidated his time, and that's cost him top 10 shootout I foresee. Summer Wing then is in 12th position. Dynamo Dan just missed out by the skin of his tyre there, didn't he? 2/10 of a second outside of Tango's time then. Otherwise, he could have potentially gone through as well. Tango's going to be breathing a huge sigh of relief there. 3 drivers on the medium tyres. Everyone else is, 4 drivers on medium tyres. I might have to adjust my spec savers there. 4 drivers on the medium tyres, 6 drivers on the soft tyres as we go into qualifying 3. Wash Maldonado or Pastor has said that the P's might be in trouble here. Oh, never mind. As of course, I think the P's might be a bit concerned though about what was occurring in that qualifying session, but luckily he got through. Equal saying, hey, Quintin, and thanks for watching as always. And the gift for last week, absolute fire. Good stuff. Then we've also got Summer Wing. Lost it at Cops. Then no wing for Summer Wing. Then happy with 12 on the fresh medium tires as well. William saying, how in the world did you remember I got pole position in season 2? I didn't even remember that. Luckily, William, I've got it on my spreadsheet in front of me, so I cheat to be honest because I got a memory like a sieve. To be fair, I just write everything down that usually happens there, and I'm putting it in my little notebook. And that's a lie as well, because I can't write. I have to type it in my laptop. Right then, is now coming out on circuit. We've got a bit of a queue here. Lost Souls is the first driver out on the course then. I think everyone is out, apart from 2 drivers at the moment. I think that's a Haas car and an AlphaTauri, if I'm not very much mistaken. So unfortunately for those guys, and I wonder if they haven't got any tyres, of course, new tyres. And of course, there's Lost Souls coming down. And we're at the British Grand Prix. We've got to mention, of course, Murray Walker. And of course, he made some of the absolute brilliant memories in Silverstone. And of course, when he was commentating on Nigel Mansell, Nelson Piquet in that incredible Goliath battle in 1987, was it, between the 2 Williamses? Fantastic, wasn't it? It really was indeed. There was a very close fought championship between Piquet and Mansell. I think it was also James Hunt, also great commentary duel those two were, weren't they? Unfortunately, a bit before my time as well. My favourite commentary duel is definitely Martin Brundle and Murray Walker. The 97 to 2001 seasons were absolutely mega stuff indeed then. Of course, Murray Walker also made a guest appearance in, I think, the European Grand Prix 2007, wasn't it? Where he was commentating on a BBC 5 Live, wasn't it? In place of David Croft. Yeah, I think that was a very good watch indeed then as well. I've watched the whole race back actually when I found out Murray Walker was a commentator on it. It just puts a completely new spin on the races, doesn't it? So absolutely fantastic stuff. He really is indeed that. And I think he was definitely the reason why a lot of us got into F1. And as Hamilton said in his interview today, he's definitely one of the main reasons why the sport is what it is today. Then, and we're just now watching Lost Souls. And of course, this is his 3rd Grand Prix start of the season. Then he has scored 22 points in his so far. It's the lowest position. Well, he's been 4th and 5th so far. So Lost Souls has said. And that is what Red Bull has needed this season. They've had a bit of a stop-start season, haven't they, the Red Bull team? Of course, Goon has been very good at trying to stable the ship as much as possible. But we do have Lost Souls in there as well, because Gunnar has been very unlucky with some of the safety car calls. And oh, look at Lost Souls there, having to correct the car coming out of left field, and that is going to lose him an almighty amount of time, not just out of that corner, but going down this straight as well, as he flicks it in the background. And flicks it in the back. Sorry, I was reading the comment, and he flicks it into Cobbs. Well, look at this as we go through Maggots and Beckers as well. I think this is one of the best places to watch the Formula 1 cars. Of course, don't take it from me. Take it from a lot of you guys have gone up to Silverstone. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to go up to Silverstone because they won't let me in, because usually I'm eating them out of house and home then, because I've got a very big appetite. Lost Souls coming into the final couple of turns as well. So then Lost Souls, and this is not going to be his best time lapse so far on these soft tyres, and so but luckily he gets 2 bites of the cherry. He comes across the line on a 24.5. I said that's not his best time lap, but I wish I would get anywhere close to that. And then Total P's there, 3/10 of a second in front. Then these are quick times. Milan is going. He's gone. Milan, as he's parked it right in the middle of the circuit as well. And oh goodness me, that's not very good at all. Emerson's abandoned his time. Then what about Jonathan? Jonathan is second fastest at the moment, and Milan there is had a bit of a nightmare. Diego's gone full fast about it. There's a lot of drivers that have abandoned their time so far in this qualifying session, and so it's not gone at all well. We'll talk about those drivers in just a jiffy. We're just watching Tango into the final turn as well. Let's see what Tango could do. It's 3rd fastest there from Tango. Good stuff indeed. No, just saying, I keep getting me cable caught on the armpit. Carboy coming in to and out of Stowe, and I think this is a lap. He's abandoned the lap there, because or is he just trying to let Gurman through and go for another bite of cherry? He hasn't done very well with the saving of the years, though, is he? Gurman there, of course. Let's see what he can do. He's already had a pole position in his career in gold. Let's see if he can get another one. Well, that's not going to be his best attempt by any stretch of the imagination as well. Milan there, unfortunately, making an issue as well. Back on on board with Gurman as well then. So it looks like he's still on the pace of his own, as is Cardboy as well. As Cardboy staying on the pace, indeed he is then. And now we're going through the loop as well. And Digger saying, "Come on, Equals, just playing backgammon whilst listen to Sean. Great commentary. Thank you, Digger. There, I tip my hair off to you, my good man. Of course, as I am it looks like I'm wearing a wig at the moment, as I really need to go to the barbers. But I got to say, I quite like it actually. I do look like something from the 80s. I was talking about Bon Jovi when I come onto the stream then, and I think I do look a bit like him, apart from if he, maybe if he put a couple of 300 stone or something. Oh, look at that, as he's flying through Carboy. Carboy's flying through the cops corner there. Fantastic stuff indeed then. We got Sam saying that Mr. Bottle Job then, as I think I did know that, I'm not sure why am I a bottle job? I probably am actually. You're going to be saying that's quite a lot at the bronze, aren't you? I think that unfortunately we've had a lot of drivers that have had a couple of issues then to start us off. And Serious Merchant saying, is he at it again at Laugh Out Loud? So unfortunately we've had a couple of drivers that abandoned their times then. Those were Emerson, he's back out on circuit as well. Carboy lock up the inside front then. Gurman and Carboy then, of course they're going for the second by the shower, but Gurman's invalid his time. Carboy is on fourth at the moment. He's on the second row of the grid. That's a very good time indeed there from Carboy. Emerson is now starting his lap as well. Toll Pease is currently on pole position then for the British Grand Prix. Let's see what he could do then. What can Emerson do? He's about a tenth of a second away at the moment. Jonathan, evening guys. Good evening, Jonathan. As he's coming out of the final turn, and let's see what Emerson could do then. As he's about as we're on board then with the world champion, the defending world champion, flicking it into one and to two as well. Then of course, if you're got a stable back end like me, he'll be off into the kitty litter. And now going through the loop as well, Emerson is accelerating away then as he is now coming down the back straight as well. DRS right on the money indeed then. Whilst Ronaldo, Sean, what are your thoughts on the race then? I absolutely loved it. The Friday a couple of laps was absolutely magnificent stuff indeed then. Of course, it was very exciting stuff indeed, and I really enjoyed looking forward to the rest of the season then. There was a lot of interesting strategy calls on the race day, wasn't it? But we'll talk more about that in just a minute. I think we'll probably talk about that when there's a bit of a lull in this qualifying session. If there's ever going to be a lull, it's the question. And look at Emerson there flicking it through cops as well. Great stuff indeed then. As Sam saying, yeah, Mushroom came to the last corner and spun. Laugh out loud. Norman lost souls for the win from Gemma Bushler. I am really sorry, I can't even say my name, so apologies about that. But I hope I didn't completely ruin your name then. But great support there from Norman and Gemma. Good stuff indeed. Emerson there coming up into the final couple of turns as well. He's about 2 corners from home then. Let's see if the back end is compliant. It looks compliant then, but is Emerson's time compliant? It is! It is pole position there from Emerson, and once again then Emerson is absolutely magnificent. He's a machine at the moment in this season. Fantastic. This would be his 7th pole position of the season if he can get that done then. Absolutely magnificent stuff indeed then. Keep your comments coming in, guys. Goodness me, then there's a lot of you, and there's a lot of you chatting away. I'm absolutely loving it. Lost Souls there coming out to left field as well. On the Oda start finish there as well. It would have been cool to see him start off there in the 70th Grand Prix anniversary back in when we had the double header around or something. But never mind. I think it would have been an absolute nightmare for logistic wise, wouldn't it? Look at Lost Souls. Look at that. That's a fantastic camera shot, isn't it? Brilliant stuff indeed. There. Lost Souls has come out slightly early. I think that is he going for 2 runs here, or is it going to be all or nothing? And he's 2/10 a second up, and that is in the ballpark of the second row of the grid for Souls. Has he got enough in the piggy bank there to maybe extract a bit more out of the car and out of himself then? And you can see he's going a bit wider, straighten up the car then, coming into the final couple of turns as well as coming through the final turn. And let's see, comes up to the line, and he goes into second fastest. And great stuff indeed then for Lost Souls. He's on the front row of the grid then. Norman is oh, goodness me. As Norman has said there, Gemma Bush guy means, come on, fella. Good stuff indeed. Thank you, Norman. And I apologise if I cause any offence there, which I got to say, I'm just appalling at my language and everyone else has said. But yes, at the moment, that was a great comment as well, Norman, because Lost Souls is on the front row of the grid. He's about a 10th of a second away from Emerson. That was a cracking lap there from Lost Souls. Good stuff indeed. Vintage saying, come on, Liam, root in for the Mercedes team. And of course, that is combined with the joint constructors, which is the brainchild of Dan Murphy there. He's he's definitely very good with the old ideas, isn't he? Good stuff indeed. And of course, it also brings a bit of team effort across all 4 divisions now, not just 2. There is 4. Good gosh. Here comes Diego, comes to start his lap as well. So especially when the X picks up the kids, I can watch, laugh out loud. We've also got Liam saying, I can tell you now with vintage, don't expect too much then. Norman is saying it superb then. I think he is absolutely loving Lost Souls' timing. That's a cracking time then. It's Lost Souls going for a second bite of cherry. He is coming into the pits, so Lost Souls is currently second on the grid then. Emerson is retired from the session, so he couldn't come out for a second bite of cherry. Lost Souls retired as well. That is the front 2 at the moment then. So Pease, Jonathan, Tango, Carboy, Gurman, Milan and Liam are all out on circle in there, trying to go for pole position then for the British Grand Prix. Here's Diego. He's had a cracking qualifying session, and this is exactly what he and the Racing Point team needs then. Going over the old start finish line as well. Let's go on board with Diego as well. And this is a final fantastic part of the lap then, isn't it? And now flicking it into Cobb as well. Come look at what's up in front of you there. Lean left, now lean right, then back to the left again, and going over the curbs and taking a lot of curbs on Diego, loving those curbs. DRS said on the exit of Chapel as well. Now down the hangar straight as well. We're looking right in front of us. There's a corner somewhere. Where is it? There it is. And he throws it in there, dropping down there to 6th gear, getting back on the power as well, riding those curbs. Do not ride them in the wet then, but I don't think we're going to have a wet race. And into 17, and now into 18 as well. This is the last corner for Diego. What's it going to put himself in? It's 7 fastest out for the Racing Point, and just under half a second, half a tenth quicker than what he managed earlier on in the session. Milan hasn't put a representative time in just yet with 6 seconds to go in this qualifying session. This is absolute pressure, isn't it, from Milan then? Let's see what he can do then. And look at this as he's coming into Chapel as well. The McLaren driver is that McLaren have going to be feeling they've had a lot of bad luck so far then with the technical gremlins of Schender earlier on this session, and he is now coming down the back straight as well, flicking it into a Stowe as well, riding the curves, not too much there from Milan now, and now coming in to lock up there from the inside, a left front there, riding the curbs then. Milan is there, also straddling the outside curve as well, not getting beached. It's second fastest. He is a whisker behind. He knocks Lost Souls off the front row. Liam goes at 8th fastest there, I think. There we got Tango's on pole position now. Fantastic time there for Tango. Look at that, 200 a second in front of Emerson. I've lost my second person. Who was I looking at? I'm looking at Jonathan. He is 6th fastest. Jonathan is at the end. Tool Pease has dropped down to 7th, but he has a 2/10 second advantage. Tool Pease is on pole position now. Fantastic time. Diego is having a much better fist of things. Carboy has finished this up. Everyone has finished their laps. What about Diego coming across the line? And Diego, where did Diego go? And I'm just holding on. Liam is left for session, and hopefully he'll come back in a minute. Diego goes at 9th fastest. Then it is Toll Pease who is going to be absolutely delighted with that lap. He's in the 23. Toll Pease is on pole position. His first pole position of the season as well. Congratulations to Toll Pease. What a magnificent end to qualifying that was. Ooh. That was absolutely magnificent, wasn't it? Well, good stuff indeed there for Total Pease. Magnificent indeed there. Now it's only Total Pease's second pole of his career. Fantastic stuff indeed there from Total Pease. And I think that he's going to be absolutely delighted with that, isn't he? The only other pole position he had was actually at Singapore. So 2 completely different tracks there from Total Pease. Goodness me. Wow, that is a cracking up as well. And that gap is quite mammoth, isn't it? Compared to Tango, Emerson and Milan, who second, third and fourth. Fantastic. As Gordo is very tired. I hope that woke you up there. I hear you, Liam. What a grid it is, and a serious just in time few. A 24-0. Wow. Gurman was on 3 wheels then, and Tango again on pole position. He was all loving it, wasn't he? Gordo is at 23-9. And because Sam's saying, Tango, you're the man. Then Vintage was loving that finish. quite fast, I guess, then. And as Vintage is very impressed there. And Theo saying, wow, what a lap then. Right then, here we go then for the start of the Grand Prix. Indeed, then. Of course, I'd like to hear your thoughts on the Grand Prix, but not only about the Grand Prix in ALR, but also about the Grand Prix today as well, because we all love Formula 1, don't we? So I'll be interested to hear your thoughts as well. As a Welshman now asked me about my thoughts, and I got to say, I loved it. So I'd like to hear what your thoughts as well on the Grand Prix as we go through the race. And hopefully I've appeared in the race there where we can talk about the Grand Prix. If we can't, then we might have to just have a natter ballot tomorrow or Wednesday as well. Then, of course, then Emerson and Ayrton are on the comms on Tuesday night, of course. Then I am back with Ayrton on Wednesday as well for COBALT. And I think it's very cruel of us, isn't it, to put me on commentary for COBALT, isn't it? Because the drivers then who are new to ALR, they don't want to be hearing to me on the stream, do they? Anyway, 19 cars out for the British Grand Prix as we're going for the formation lap. Look at that. That's an absolute scene, isn't it? That's a picture as we get going then. So then we've only got one Alfa Romeo in the field tonight, unfortunately. Let's go through the grid, shall we, from front to back then. Sam saying don't let Emerton win, laugh out loud there. Serious Rush saying brilliant race today at Bahrain, and let's hope no one tangos in the first lap then. Sorry, that's a horrific. I'll leave then. Well, it takes two to tango, doesn't it, Gordo? So let's hope we'll enter Toll Pease and Tango, and let's hope we'll end Tango and anyone else either. Let's go through the grid then. Toll Pease, that is his second pole position of his career, his first pole position of the season as well. How is he going to cope? He's on the medium tires then. Second position is Tango, he's also on the medium as well. Emerson in third position, the championship leader. Fourth position is Milan. He only got one shot at pole position in qualifying, didn't he? Lost Souls then is trying to get on with it. He is on the soft tire in fifth position. Gurman is also on the soft tire in sixth position. Jonathan on soft in seventh, with Cardboy 8, Diego ninth, and Liam in 10th position, all on the soft tires then. Outside the top 10, Dan is Dynamo Dan on the soft tires in the Williams. Good qualifying for Dynamo Dan. Summer Wing then, he's got his full wing this time. Let's see what he can do. In a 13th position is William. 14th is Mr. Elite. He's on the hard tire. The only driver on the hard tire. Shender will be absolutely disappointed with his qualifying luck, but hopefully he can have a good race. Equals in 16th. Knowlesy down in 17th. Vike Delaf is 18th, and Gunnar is in 19th position there. Shender medium tires. Equals medium tires. Knowlesy and Delaf soft tires. Gunnar medium tires then. And just as we're on board there, Serious would say, can't wait for the new league, love seeing new drivers. And Leon saying, I can't take control, so I will press to take control on the Wednesday straight, and let's hope that Liam can get in control of his car, and let's keep an eye on what Liam is up to, shall we? He's still a ghost at the moment, and I hope that Liam can take control of his car, because that's absolutely rotten luck then. Sam saying, don't know how Hamilton managed it. I thought Max had the win then. A blatant race there. Max plus Red Bull is not as good as Lewis and Mercedes then. Serious Mercedes saying, I'm not even that mad at Hamilton won. It was a class race then. Yeah, I'm a Max fan, but you can't complain about that race. And Troy there also putting his two chevrons up as well. I think, as I say, very clever way of saying arrows. Here's Gunnar then, just line up 19th on the grid then for the start of the British Grand Prix as well. The lights are on then. Here we go then, and we're just on board now then. The lights are on then, but I'm just waiting for the revs as well. We're on board with Pease. Only his second pole position of his career, his first one of the season, and we are going to be go. We are go for the British Grand Prix, and Pease has got away quite nicely. He's still in front of Tango. He is in front of Tango. Good stuff indeed. That Tango is second. Third position is Emerson. Milan in fourth. And Lost Souls is in fifth position. They all remain steady at the moment, and good stuff then, as they have not put any position changes. Carboy, that's cars off in the background. Jonathan and Diego are off in the background. If this, oh dear, it's horrific. Sanders has dropped out to the back. There is debris on the circle as well. Oh goodness me then, and oh dear, and that is not good. It's Pease is still leading. No safety car or virtual safety car just yet, and Bowell at the front then. This is going to be very good indeed. And Summer is, oh, that's a car off. It's Liam is off the circle as well into left field. It's an appalling start here in Silverstone, and oh dear, there is carnage on the opening lap. Then Pease leads. Tango is second. Third is Emerson. Milan in fourth position. Lost Souls is fifth, and Lost Souls is all over the back of Milan at the moment. Then we got Gurman in sixth. Seventh is Cartboy. Summer having a great start, and he's up four positions. Knowles, he's had a magnificent start. He's up 8 positions, and Tango is dropped down. The order, and he's struggling. He's gone no pace down the back straight. No problem. In the Milan's on the grass there, and that's Brave. And oh, there's a Red Bull. And Los Solos is a bit damaged, and he's in the wall. Los Solos is out. He's crashed where Schumacher crashed in 1999, and Los Solos is out of the British Grand Prix. German's in the pits, and oh dear, Tango had some issues down the back straight. We've got a safety car in the British Grand Prix. Knowlesy's in the pits as well. That's such a shame. And Diego's got a 5-second penalty. Oh, both, and that is a major shock indeed then. Oh goodness me then, and that's a bad start here in Silverstone, isn't it? Goodness me, there's carnage all over the show. That Knowlesy coming out on the hard tires, and German also on the hard tires. While Diego just coming in the pits, and Racing Point mechanics are going to work. And Norman is absolutely devastated by what's happened there. Then lost Solos and damaged the car going down the stall. And I remember that was an accident, very reminiscent of Schumacher's accident back in the Ferrari in '99. And Diego's coming out of the pits while Schender also having damage as well. Schender's debut here in ALR. It's not been a very fruitful one just yet. And Liam, unfortunately, I'm not sure if he came to blows at left field or what, but he damaged the wing, didn't he? He's now coming back out on circuit as well. Run retirement so far down to 18 cars here in the British Grand Prix, I should say. And I know that's not good then. It's very disappointing indeed then. Sorry, I'm just adjusting my old headset as well then. As it looks like it was Liam and Summer that came to blows, unfortunately, but Summer up into 6th position now. He is, but his Equals up 7 positions there in the second Mercedes. Fantastic stuff from Equals. Good stuff indeed then. Unfortunately, we've lost Jonathan's dropped down to 8 positions there in the Renault, and that's a big blow indeed, isn't it? So those are the position changes that Emerson has got into a second position there. Liam has left the session there. Hopefully he can come back in the meantime then. As Liam right down into 18th position then as well. Norman saying Sam would put all my money on him then, so he's going to be he was going to be very disappointed indeed then. As Sam saying that went a bit wrong there for Los Solos. Such a shame, because Los Solos was saying in qualifying as Milan there has gone off the circuit and absolutely destroyed the polystyrene there. I think it was the polystyrene for the pit inboard then, but Milan there is goodness me, I think he just took his eyes off the road then. That's not good. I don't think it's damaged the car then, because the polystyrene is I don't think it would damage the car at all, would it really, the polystyrene? But that's not good, is it, for Milan, is it? Schender saying, I'm so unlucky as always then, as a Schender is going to be very disappointed as well. And you just saying that it's all going Mazaplank's favourite body parts up then. Oh goodness me. And Liam saying, I've got 30 FPS then, more than Tango, Liam. Oh goodness me then. So Liam having a couple of technical gremlins as well then. Oh dear, then that's not very good, is it? No, just goodness me, then that was an absolute cracking start there as well. Keep your comments coming in, guys. I'll try and keep up as much as possible, but that was a horrific start, wasn't it, really? Anyway, let's go back to the tyre strategy, shall we? German is coming to pits, Knowles is coming to pits, Jonathan's coming to pits, and all on the hard tyres. Diego is on the medium tyres, he has a 5-second penalty. Schender's on the soft tyres, and Liam has got some technical gremlins in that second Mercedes. Luckily, it's a safety car at the moment, then, so he can try and get something sorted. But Liam is very much on the back foot at the moment. He's on the hard tyres as well. Look at this, as Total Peace is trying to warm those tyres up as much as possible. Are those hard tyres going to get to the end? If they are, they're going to be very much second hand. And Schender has got some issues. He's got a 5-second penalty. He's talking about his luck, and now he's got more bad luck in the McLaren. It's very much a baptism of fire here tonight for Schender, isn't it? Having some major issues indeed. Then I'm hoping the safety car will be in the end, and we can go back racing again then here in Silverstone, as it was a bit of a full start here in the British Grand Prix. It's the second half of the season of ALR Gold then, and at the moment then Pease is aiming to win his second Grand Prix of the season, and he's got his second pole position of his career here tonight, hasn't he? A fantastic pole. Remember, Pease won here last season. He'd be the first driver in ALR history in the gold division to win 2 races around this circuit at his bid. So far, I've had 4 different winners on this track. Are we going to have a 5th one tonight then? Well, we'll find out then. So when is Pease going to drop the hammer, and we're on board with the race leader. We're looking back at the moment to the Williams. Let's see what he can do then as well. And now we're back racing then. Pease is leading. He's locked up going into the final couple of quarters there, but Pease has got away absolutely splendidly well then. And of course that he's now, let's take a look at the gaps, and the gap is half a second then. We're back racing here in Silverstone then. And you got to say Pease has done a good job there from that get-go as well. Vike has got past, oh goodness me, oh no, Donovan down is off the circuit. He's gone the power. He's damaged the end plate. Donovan has had a fantastic race up until that point. And look at Shenders, and he's all over the back of Diego. Diego has got up to the fender, but Shenders is on the outside. There's contact. Oh dear. And Diego's jumped to the almost to the back of the field there. And we've got another car. It's a German and Gunnar. Oh goodness me, it's my worst nightmare, the two Gs. And now coming down the Wednesday straight, German is past Gunnar up into 11th position, then Gunnar dropping down to 12th then. We've also got Jonathan, who is trying to make his way back over the field as well. Lovely helmet design there from Jonathan. Shender is all over the back. He's on the soft tires, of course. Shender is there. He needs to make hay with the soft tire. We've found a grip advantage mode. He does have a 5-second penalty. Look at him. He's all over the back. Shender is. He's really putting a marker down, isn't he? Liam, I think, is back in the race then. Good some deed then. Shender is, goodness me, gotta say, he's not too concerned about the track limit, isn't he? Good gracious me. And oh goodness gosh, I looked up there and I did see where Jonathan went there, but it's going again very condensed here between Gunnar. Jonathan's off the circuit. I'm not sure if you've got a helping hand there, but Shender's up in the 14th position now then, as he is coming through the field quite quickly indeed, isn't he, in the McLaren. Tango has left possession. Tango is gone, and that is a big blow, is it, for Tango? He was a very high full finish as well. Emerson's at the fast up of the race then, and just on board now then. Gunnar in 12th position then. We've got Knowlesy in 13th position there. German is already skating off in the foreground, so back on board with Shender to come across the line to complete a lap 4 of the Grand Prix as well. And now as we flick it into as Summer Wing is up into a fantastic 5th position. He's going up the inside. Shender is going up the inside. That's a 3-second penalty. And so that was, I got to say, that was a bit of a day late and $1 short there from Shender. He's got a 3-second penalty. And now that he's got racked out these penalties, but luckily he does have a 5-second penalty, which he can serve under the pit stop. So that would go away from his end race time, of course. No, hopefully he'll be hoping for another safety car, because then that'll be a free penalty, wouldn't it? Tango's back in the session and he's down to 6th. Williams had a great start as well. He's on the 7th at the moment then in the Haas car. Gunnar is doing a good job, and of course Gunnar is not obliged to give way to anyone, is he? And just like I say, Williams on a great race, and he gets a 3-second penalty. That's why I do not really compliment any drivers, because that is exactly what happens, isn't it? On board with Shenders, as I said, he's on the soft tires at DeLaff. Oh no, Shenders is just, oh my goodness me, he's in the wall, he's had a smash, and there's a huge crash there. He went into the back of Nosey. I think he was on the soft tires. I think maybe he had too much grip, and it's a virtual safety car. It's a huge smash there from the McLaren debutant here tonight. Oh, he's had an action-packed start to his ALR career, that's for sure, isn't it? Goodness gracious me. I think Don McDan would have liked a full safety car, really, wouldn't he? Tango would hopefully get back in the session in the minute as well. And what an action start into the British Grand Prix. We've got 20 laps to go still in this one. Goodness gracious me then. Just take a look then, as Sirius said, watch out for that safety car, he showed. Oh no, as Summer has got a drive-through penalty for speeding under the safety car. Oh no, that is not good, is it? And look at this, there's Tango there. Oh goodness me, then Tango has got wrong foot from Mr. Elite, and he crosses through up into 7th position, 8th position I should say. And yes, it's a job is done then. And look at this queue of cars now, that 2 retirements already in this race. And that is Lost Souls and Shender, 2 drivers who were probably expected to pick up points there. Jonathan has got past Knowlesy. Knowlesy is trying to sneak back up and under. Jonathan going into left field there. Great battle in between these two. Then Jonathan's going to have the purchase there out of left field. It's a side-by-side action between Jonathan and Knowlesy. Knowlesy is must be thinking about the championship, but Jonathan would love to score some points there and to really get his season back on track there, right underneath the rear wheel of Gunnar. And look at this, and he's weaving this way and that way, but he's going on the outside. He's gone on the outside of the inside to Chapel. He's done it. He has done it. That's a great manoeuvre there for Jonathan, and Gunnar there, that is a cracking manoeuvre there for Jonathan, and Gunnar has been wrong foot then. Look at this, and he's got no DRS there. We've also got Liam coming up as well. Knowles having a look on the inside going into him. Still, there's not much for a breaking point there, is there? Great stuff indeed then, and Jonathan, great manoeuvre then. He's getting past Gunnar, fantastic stuff indeed. Jonathan up into 12th position then. Gurman is up into 11th position. Liam has got past Gunnar as well. Gunnar dropping down the order, unfortunately, in the Red Bull car. Vike on the outside as they're on board then. Vike having a very solid start to his ALR career. Look at the inside front there on the Ferrari. He has got past Tango. Tango's going to try and go on the inside. Oh my goodness me, then he'll have DRs as well. Shender's left for session and he is out of the race then. And that is a big blow indeed then for Shender. He had a huge smash. We've had two big crashes then on the opening couple of laps around Silverstone. It's a bit of an old school circuit this one. If we're going to go off, we're going to go off in a big way. And Vike doing a good job then. He is now up into 9th position as well. Great stuff indeed then. Fantastic indeed then. He's now flicking it in to Cops as well. And now the race lead is gone down to 3/10 of a second now. Emerson there really would love this race when he's had awful luck around here, hasn't he? Here in at Silverstone. Goodness me, the first 2 seasons he raced around here, he only did I think he did a combination of 2 laps. He has taken the lead. Oh goodness me, who's this? This is Paynes there, who has gone off the he was off the circuit. Did he get a 3-second penalty? I think he did that. And now as Emerson's up the inside, and look, Pease is trying to go on the outside, trying to go on the inside to say that. Look at this, he's running into the rear. Emerson has taken the lead of the British Grand Prix. Sommer is in the pits into service drive-through penalty as well as they come over the crest of the hill. Look at them, they're almost one car, and Pease is going to have a look, not quite, and as we come into the loop as well. Pease is still second at the moment, then Emerson will be in DRS range. Pease there is going to be definitely, or as he said, if any of the overtake, we're on board now. Green bar, that means that he's very much 4 beans down this Wellington straight then. It is not much a stopping zone, it's down to Brooklands, and look at this, they're side by side, Emerson and Pease are, this is what we want to see. Emerson and Pease are in a battle and they're fighting for all their worth then. And at the moment now, Emerson defending as much as he can, he's on the back foot. Emerson is his knee, has the high ground, but Pease wants that position back then as we're coming into Cops corner once again. He flicks it into a Cops then, not running too wide then. Pease has our 3-second penalty, so Emerson does have the high ground on that front as well. This race is absolutely flying by. Back on board with the pole sitter Pease then, 3-time Grand Prix winner, or was it 2-time? We got a problem for William, he's dropping down the order. William has gone off in Cops corner in the Haas car, but Pease is coming back now. Pease is on the outside, it's deja vu, he's on the inside, he has taken it, and he's back into the lead then of the British Grand Prix. Pease retakes the lead, and look in the background, that is Carboy, and that's Carboy Milan there. It's going to be rubbing their hands with glee, isn't they? We've seen that incredible battle there, because not only what they probably enjoy as well, but of course they're also, the more they battle, the more it helps those 2 drivers get into the thick of things as well. We're just on board Vike then, who is Delaf, who's having a great race today for this as well. And hats off to you, my good man. Really good stuff indeed. Half a second to gap as it won't look at that, and that's almost a second and 3/10 of a second. Having a great race indeed there. I'm sorry guys, I've completely ignored you in the comments then. Absolutely disgraceful scenes for me, it really is indeed that. We've also got Digger saying, come on points for Equals. He's on a great race, Equals is at the moment, isn't he? Fantastic 70. Since someone else would comment for Equals as well. Magnificent, half a second away from Mr. Elite. This is one of the strongest performances seen from Equals in a long time, and he can do it, can he? And I think he's had a lot of bad luck this season, but now he is really starting to get a bit between his teeth. Good stuff indeed there from Equals. Serious saying, come on Peter, Williams needs this, and return to Shender then, lick the stamp in, send no one home then. And we've also got Quinn Tinkwing, who's saying, go, come on Equals, go Equals, he was saying, and look at this, and Pease is trying to hang it on the outside, he has done it again then, he cuts across Emerson, he takes the lead of the Grand Prix, locking up the inside front as well. That's William there, who's coming to the pits. We're just back with these guys. Well, look at that, it's almost down to under a second, and Emerson cannot get the job done at the moment, can he? Pease is doing a great job to fend off Emerson. He does have a 3-second penalty though, so at the moment then, if he stays as they are, Carboy's also got a 3-second penalty as well. If things stay as they are, Jonathan's in the pits then after coming into our track. He's on a fry, he's got a 5-second penalty, Jonathan has said. That's a major blow for Jonathan after having a sensational battle there with Nolsey. And I'm not sure if Jonathan's coming to the pits because he's got damage or whatnot, but I thought those hard tires have got a lot longer than that. Emerson there run out of road there, going down into Brooklands as well. Blatant Rage saying, send it Shender, as we've Sam saying he's out. We've also got Camera race is saying. Saw the crash from Lost Souls. Milan kicked him out. So embarrassed. Oh, goodness me. I think that it was, oh dear. We got a couple of, it looks like we got a couple of fisticuffs in between Lost Souls and Milan there. As unfortunately they came to blows down it still then. So not good, not good by the sounds of it. So some of them not happy with the drive-through penalty, but it looks then. And the search is saying Equals looking very good here. Wild Nord is saying Equals is on a beauty of a race here, but really is indeed, isn't he? I think that Equals is on the tip of everyone's tongue at the moment, isn't he? Fantastic performance. Tango, though, is less than half a second away at the moment. I cannot take myself away from this Grand Prix. Carboy he will come in the pits earlier than the front three. I'm wondering if he's going to go for the undercut around, because the undercut I think is quite powerful, if I'm not very much mistaken. So Carboy will lead this race, I foresee, but whether that is the right strategy going, we will find out. Tango is less than goodness me, 2/10 of a second behind Equaz. Equaz on a magnificent race there, but he's stuck behind Mr. Elite. Mr. Elite is on the hard compound tires, the only driver still on the hard tires, and he's making that work absolutely sensational as well. Gurman's now moved up to 8th position. He's on a great race, isn't he? Coming back for the field then, back on board then. Emerson is going up the inside then, and oh my goodness, Real Foy's got to understeer into Peace, and goodness gracious me, this is what he's to top of the game, and fantastic stuff indeed then. Absolutely loving this. This is brilliant stuff indeed. It's like going over the old start finish straight as well. Look at the heat haze as well. It's hot on track, not only in terms of the weather, but also in terms of the action. Magnificent stuff indeed then. And look at this as we're back on board with Emerson then, the world champion, the championship leader then. He wants this race win as well. Remember, he does have an advantage in the world championship, doesn't he, with a 109-point lead. But of course then I think that this will be about trying to win the British Grand Prix, and Emerson is taking the lead then down the hanger straight. He is past Pease and takes the lead. Now what can Pease come back at him? We're on board now then. Is he going to have a lunge? He's having a lunge, is he is. Oh, not quite. And look at this as we're right underneath the rear wing of the Renault car. How close can you get it? Pease, remember, retook the lead a couple of laps ago. He needs to do that same action again then. Into the pits comes Carboy as well. Lovely shot from the Williams car. Look at that rear suspension really working away then. And you can also see at the bottom of the screen there, that is where they have cut off a bit of the floor there, haven't they? Which is causing all kinds of gremlins there for some of the teams in this season's championship. Carboy coming out of the pit lane. It's a long pit stop around, a long pit lane around here. It's one of the longest in terms of staying in the pit lane throughout the whole of the season, isn't it? So that is why you want to not be in the pit lane as long. So the drive-through penalty for Summer, for example, it's really hurt his race set as he was in the pits a awfully long time. So Emerson's leading at the moment. He's got a 4/10 of a second gap then, but Pease is still very much in the situation as well. There is Milan as well. Where's Carboy? Carboy's got a 7-second advantage over himself and Gunnar and Diego. Gunnar is dropped down in top position. Diego's got past him up into 11th position there, and Diego then is just outside the points as well. But I was going to say that with Carboy in clear air, this is a very good opportunity. A very good opportunity then for Carboy to really go for the undercut here. This is where he could win or lose the race there. Bearing in mind that these drivers in front of him will be on the soft compound tires there, so they're going to be on a set softer. If I can get my words out, I'll go get my teeth back in as well. But oh gosh, this is hard work on a Sunday, isn't it? Half distance here in the Grand Prix, and Emerson and Pease are just on a battle royale around Silverstone. Magnificent stuff indeed there, and I've really enjoyed this. We've had fastness in Azerbaijan and in the Dutch Grand Prix as well, but here today then it's very much gloves are off, and with Emerson walking away in the championship race at the moment, isn't it? I think that this is definitely I think that's really the gloves are off, and it's all about the Grand Prix win itself rather than a championship at the moment, isn't it? As unfortunately Pease is slightly too far back, but remember in the interview that Milan and Pease gave, Pease there was definitely not interested in giving up that by a long shot, was he? Tango is all over the back of Mr. Lee as well, and that's coming up to 4th position. Tango is, he could get himself out of the relegation zone. Good stuff indeed then. And just taking a quick look at the comments again then. We've got Quinn there saying, keep it clean, Equals. No penalties this week, mate, then. And at the moment, let's take a look at Equals penalties. He does have a penalty. He only has a free second one at the moment. And look at this, and Pease there is once again then got DRS. There's a car in front. I think it's when the Haas car says William. Pease is going to go on the outside, so Emerson is going on the inside. Pease was too far back at that time. And they're staying out once again. Emerson there's just feathering to the inside. Then Pease might have been having a look then, but of course it's very difficult to overtake around there. Just ask for Verstappen and Vettel a couple of years ago. Back to complete lap 14 as well. Williams on the hard tyres, and unfortunately Williams having a nightmare race. And of course he's so quick, Williams, but he seems to be very unlucky at certain points of the race. Into the pits comes Delaf, and having a great race, isn't he, Delaf? It's lovely stuff indeed. That Milan is still a second and a half back at the moment from these two battling duo. Magnificent stuff indeed. Then this is a very important race, isn't it? In terms of Pisa Milan's championship quest there, isn't it? But they need to kind. Yellow flag! It's William there just getting out of the way then. And Delafers in 13th position as it comes out of the pits then. Serious Merchant saying Equals is the new Gooner. He's everywhere. We've also got Theo saying, come on, Equals and Liam. Liam in 9th position doing a great job, and Equals is in 6th position. Magnificent stuff indeed. Then it's still the Renault leading this Grand Prix at the moment, with the Williams second, the McLaren in 3rd position. Then Serious Merchant, the pit lane is punishing you. You've got to get it right then. Yes, indeed. Then of course you can't gain so much time attacking it, but I think that's going to be the story of every race league, isn't it? Of course, from silver, bronze, and cobalt. So we come down the hanger straight once again, and now Pease there. Is it going to be? Is it long enough? I don't think it is. There's Pease once again now, having to battle there. And what's good? Look at this. Pease has had a great run there. Is he going to have a look? He's having a look on the inside. Looking at the inside front there, and Emerson just about holding his position. And this is a magnificent. He's going on the inside. Oh my goodness me! And look at this. The pit window is open for the soft tires as they come through turn one as well. They're almost one car. They're all over the back of each other. Then Pease and Equal. Look at this. He's going for it. He's having a look. He's on the inside. Oh, there's banging wheels in. And goodness me, it's a bit like touring cars at the moment. They almost out. Pease is on the outside. This is magnificent racing, and he's hanging on the outside as well. Emerson there. It's got the inside, but Pease has the DRS. We're coming down the Wellington straight once again. They're in dead heat going into Brooklands, and then Milan there is also in DRS as well. Emerson there is trying to hold off Pease there. This is absolute punishing Grand Prix, isn't it, for Emerson there? He cannot get away from Pease at the moment, and Pease is really trying to make him pay. He wants to win his second Grand Prix of the season. Milan will have to win his first Grand Prix of his career in ALR, and there's a good opportunity for one of these three men then to take the British Grand Prix. Pease can win for the second time of his career in the British Grand Prix, whilst Emerson can win for the first time of his career in the British Grand Prix, whilst Milan would win for the first time ever in ALR. And this is great, isn't it? The top three drivers in ALR, I think, in terms of outright pace, that are going for the win here in the British Grand Prix. Fantastic, isn't it? Now is anyone coming in the pits? Emerson is in the pits. Pease in the pits as well as they come flying into the pits. Then, I'm kind of glad of that, to be honest, because I got to say, I was running out of puff in all that, commentating on that. Fantastic, wasn't it? Fantastic bit of racing. But let's see them. Mr. Lee is staying out at the moment. German, who is on the media, holding the hard tires, of course, had pitted very early on indeed into the pits, and these guys are on the soft tires, and the Renault mechanics is going to work as well. Milan, Emerson is in and out then. Milan is also out as well. Then what about Pease? And Pease is coming out. Oh no, Pease has lost the position to Milan there. The Williams team has done an appalling job, because Milan is out in 7th position. Pease is going to be furious with the Williams mechanics. Oh dear, and that's not good at all. Where's Cartboy? On board Cartboy, and look at this, he takes the lead then. And look, these are the drivers then. So Emerson has got to overtake Cartboy to win the Grand Prix. Pease got to overtake 3 cars to win the Grand Prix. Milan's got to overtake 2 cars to win the Grand Prix. That is their aim now for the remainder of the race then. Very simple, isn't it? But it's easier said than done. Lovely shot from Milan then as we're coming down the Wellington straight once again. 10 laps to go in the Grand Prix. German is now leading the Grand Prix, but he has been on the hard tyres for a very long period of time, as has Nosey, Liam, and Equals as well. Of course, Equals is on the medium tyres. Oh, great stuff indeed there. So Carboy is currently leading in terms of not pitting, like outside, completely outside the pit window. So Gordon saying, I could sleep, but I need to watch Gold then, as Serious Russian saying so long. I think he's on about the on about the pit lane now, and look at this, and it's Emerson now. Oh goodness me, then the flying past me as well. Look at this, now we got Carboy. We'll have the DRS from Diego. I think Carboy might need to do more with when he was doing the undercut. Unfortunately, he's not too far in front. Then he's having a look on the inside. That is not the case then, and of course there, and as Diego's coming in the pits, he's got 3 second penalty for that. And I think he must have been inches off the course. Then Equals in the pits, and he's going for soft tires at the end of this stint as well. And so Equals is going to be quite quick, isn't he? Emerson would like to get by because look, Pease has got past Milan. Milan struck down then, so Pease is back up then, and Milan there is going to be very disappointed as McLaren mechanics did the work, and unfortunately Milan is dropped back down behind then, and that is a big blow indeed, isn't it? Gurman is taking the lead of the British Grand Prix with 14 lap old hard tires. I would assume you need to come in. Same with Nolsey and Liam as well, and look at this, and the pace difference on the soft and the medium tires is quite abundantly clear. Emerson is taking the lead of the British Grand Prix. No, he hasn't. He's taken 5th position then, and that might be the potential lead then. And I think Gurman has taken lead then as Mr. Lee has dropped down into 2nd, and Mr. Lee is going for a very long first stint here on these hard tires then. So is Gurman as well, of course, had to come in the pits very early on indeed then. Nosey in 3rd position then. That's a much better performance for Nosey after the awful qualifying performance. Liam in 4th position then. Emerson is 5th. 6th is Cardboy, and now we got Pease also coming up to the back as well. A great performance. And look, he's got to go on the outside. Is he coming out Chapel? Not quite then. But he's going up DRS as well. Milan then will like to get back in front of Pease, I'm sure of it, but Pease does not want to let Emerson get away, because Emerson, I think, was on the ropes, wasn't he, until the pit stop strategy. And I was wondering if anyone would come in early or slightly early to maybe go for the undercut around here, but no one, I'm surprised, no one tried it actually from Pease or Milan's point of view, because Milan probably, if I was Milan, I would have come in the pits there for the undercut. Emerson still fast out the race, but that was quickly eclipsed there by Milan, who is currently in 4th position, 4th in this train. Anyway, look at this, and was now a 3-car train. Pisa currently hasn't got by Carboy as he just yet. Of course, Carboy is on those new medium tires there, isn't he? And I think Carboy has done a magnificent job this season. As I said, he's my driver of the season thus far, and once again here today, just showing his absolute talent, isn't he? Magnificent stuff indeed. But the AlphaTauri driver is still in 6th position. Well, now Pisa not just breezed by, has he? This is very interesting indeed, isn't it? So it's not as easy as what I thought it would be then. And he's really quick out of left field though, isn't he? Carboy has got the power. So is Pease as well, as we're coming over the old national pit straight there. Let's see if he's going to have a go. Not quite then, going into Cops, and you have to be very brave going into Cops anyway. Back on board with Pease, and Carboy is 8/10 of a second behind Emerson at the moment. But crucially, he is in the DRS range, and Mr. Lee is doing a great job on those hard tires. He's keeping up with Gurman. Mr. Lee is, of course, Mr. Lee finished 3rd in the World Championship last season. Had a great season last season, didn't he, Mr. Lee? And of course, got 2 trophies for his name. He got the Constructors trophy for the Renault team, and also 3rd position in the driver standings as well. And now as he's going up the inside, Carboy, look at that, locking up then, stamping on the brake pedal there and toe pieces. He's going to go up and under, is he? Carboy is not going to yield this one off, because at the moment he's in a potential 2nd position. Mr. Lee is on the soft tires in the Ferrari, and flicking it in to turn 1 then. Carboy then is doing a great job as he is defending this. Pease, I thought he was going into the back there. Not quite though, as I got to say, Pease is really good on the brake pedal, isn't he? I keep thinking he's going to go into the back there. Very much Daniel Ricciardo-esque, isn't he? Great stuff indeed then. Lovely shot from the has got a yellow flag then when the Haas car's having a couple of gremlins there. I think it was William just getting out of the way of his teammate. Carboy jumped down to 6th position, because Pease is now up into 5th position then. And Milan then, let's see what Milan can do then. Milan needs to get through quite quickly as well if he wants to keep up with the front 2 as well, because Carboy, of course, is on the medium tires. Tango is just behind this pal then. He's got a 3-second penalty. Milan is going for into Cops then. Oh my goodness me, Peter took off my bush. Wow, incredible stuff, then. And Milan is now in 6th position there, Carboy in 7th then. Oh God, my word then. Absolutely, man. Oh my goodness me, we've got another battle. It's between Summer and Tango. And Summer has done 18 laps on the medium tires. Of course, he had a drive-through penalty earlier on then, which is why he's a bit further back than what he would like to have been. Anyway, let's get back to the comments, shall we? Goodness me. And as Welshman on say, come on, please, let Emerson win then. As someone saying, don't let Emerson win then. As Serious Russians saying that my chips are lonely then. Goro saying speechless says, I'll go and make 5 different accounts. And great drive in from Serious Mushroom. A great driver, Serious Marshall said then, in this incredible Titanic battle at the moment then. Troy saying Pease and Emerson are putting on a show. They are indeed. And Milan, you can't discount Milan out either, because I think he's doing a magnificent job as well at the moment. There they are in the background. Here are the hard runners then. And of course, technically, these guys could go to the end, if I'm not very much mistaken. I can't remember what tires they started on there, which is absolutely appalling broadcasting, isn't it? Vike just outside the points one, and Mr. Elite is currently in 10th position. Equals in a very strong 9th position as well. We are expecting some more drivers in the pit, so later on this race, Milan is loving this. Milan is probably licking his lips as this is class said as well. Great, keep your comments coming in then. Martin saying that Milan should have gone for the undercut. Of course, I think I'm about 5-6 laps behind the comments then, but yeah, I was thinking the same thing really. As they all I think Milan should have probably come in there and really gone for the undercut there, because he could have jumped him there. He would have had one lap more on those tires then, but would it have made a big difference? Probably. That's why I'm not a racer, and you'll find out on Tuesday why I'm not a racer as well. Liam then is still within the wheel tracks of Knowles at the moment, who's about his way up into 5th position then. Toll Pease is a second outside of Emerson at the moment then. That means he will not get the DRS either. So if Pease, if he's got anything left in the tank, he needs to home up now behind Emerson then, as they've had a Titanic battle. They really have indeed then. Goro saying one of them should stay down and gone for the overcut. That's a very good point indeed there. Good stuff, Fed. And as absolutely amazing stuff, Fed. Goro saying Carboy, yes, Carboy and is also in the bus as well. Fantastic stuff, Fed. Marnada, what a move. Very good stuff indeed then. And Volky Volcano, come on, Alpha Tari. Well, Carboy and Tango doing a good job in 7th and 8th for the moment then. And that might get a bit bare indeed. Gordo also asking, can Gurman get to the end? Has he stopped then? I think Gurman did stop right at the beginning, didn't he? And we've also got Troy saying that Carboy is Mr. Consistent. He's doing a good job, isn't he? And as these two are still battling for second moment, let's take a look at the classification, shall we? We're on lap 21 then. Gurman is leading. Second position is Knowlesy. Third position is Liam. The top three, I don't think have got to stop. Fourth position is Emerson then. Fifth position is Total Pease. Sixth is Milan, and Titanic Bar between those three, and Carboy in 7th position. Tango is 8th. Equals a great drive in 9th. 10th position is Mr. Elite. Just outside the points is Delaf in 11th position. They're making his debut. Strong drive. 12th position is Jonathan Guna. Great drive in 13th. Diego in 14th. Summer, unfortunately, getting a drive from penalties, not doing all the way down to 15th. Dynamo Dan in 16th. 17th is William. Retirements is Shender and Lost Souls. Only 2 retirements here in the British Grand Prix. I say the top 3 don't have to stop them, but those hard tires are going to be not passing an MOT test, I don't think, by the end of this one, as they're going to be very much right down to the core of the tire. Maldonado saying that Gurman could sneak a podium or a win here. Think Gurman has this, and it would be an insane result, and it really would indeed, wouldn't it? Really would indeed for Gurman go for a second Grand Prix win in goal as well. I missed that overtake from Diego. I apologise, Diego fans. But Gurman has currently got a 5-second deficit. We're on 22 out of 26. I'm going to say the laps are counting down, but these 3 drivers are not coming in the pits. I don't think they're coming in the pits now. Oh, goodness me then. And this is an almighty... I'm glad you guys are commenting, because I gotta say I basically missed that read, didn't I? Oh goodness me then. Serious Rush is saying that it's puncture territory is coming up though. It really is indeed then, as Maldonado is saying it's very much Perez-esque, isn't it, between these 3 drives. Fantastic out there, tippy-toed around the British Grand Prix. How do you tippy-toe around Silverstone? I have no earthly idea. As these 3 drivers, fantastic result indeed. Gurman does have a 3-second penalty there, doesn't he, which we need to be reminded, and of course that might cost him the race win here tonight then, because Emerson only needs to get within 3 seconds, doesn't he? Because he doesn't have a penalty, does he? A yellow flag as a William now. I think it's being lapped, unfortunately, and I think it's all gone a bit wrong there for William here today, hasn't he, on his return to ALR. His 7th Grand Prix start. Still hasn't scored a point yet, has he, unfortunately, for William? I generally think Gurman has us in the bag. He's maintaining 6 seconds then. Serious Russian saying, I hope he does then. As look at this, and as Emerson is now, look at that, look at Pease. He's right up behind Emerson. This is a classic Grand Prix. It really is indeed. I've enjoyed this one from start to finish. I can't believe it's at 23 already. Magnificent, isn't it? It's been a fast and furious race where it's absolutely flown by. The pace of this race is absolutely hot. We're only 5 past 9 UK time. Magnificent. Now Pease there. is really has been really pushing us in the last couple of laps, and I think Pease feels that the win is definitely on here. There's a load of drivers that could win this Grand Prix. Nosey, Liam and German there hasn't stopped, and they have stayed out, haven't they, on the hard tires since almost the very beginning. I don't think they need to stop again. Emerson needs to put his toe down, and I think so does Total Pease as well. Milan has dropped off the back in 6th position, and Liam, I think, is also starting to really put the squeeze on that Nosey as well, as I think Liam could also see the leaders now on soft tires are really coming up behind him then, with 4 laps to go with the British Grand Prix. This is fantastic stuff indeed then. Maldonado is saying, I'm not sure these hard tires can get to the end, and 5-second penalty for William, as I think he's had a day to forget, unfortunately, for William then. Serious Russian, I hope he does. 4 laps can hardly look then. Can German win this from Troy? Serious Russian saying, be interesting if they do. It really would indeed then. Now we're on board with Emerson. He's done 7 laps on the soft tires, the 21 lap out hard tires, and this should be a breeze, shouldn't it, for the champion? Well, we'll find out now. And Emerson is all over the back now of Liam. Then Liam is not going to wave him by, is he? But will he have a defence out for the Mercedes car? As the gap is now to 6 seconds. Now Emerson there's right underneath the rear wing. Oh, and look at this, as Liam was a mover there. Emerson sides at the inside. He passes Liam. Liam's dropped down into 4th. But this is a good day for the Mercedes. He's trying to go up and under Liam. He said, I don't think he's going to have the traction there. And look at this, and that just shows the soft tire advantage at this stage of proceedings. And Pease is now in 4th position. And he's he's going for it. And Emerson is, oh my goodness me. He's at the inside into Cobb's corner. Magnificent. They're side by side. Pease is third. They're going. Oh my goodness, I can hardly look. This is magnificent racing, and they don't come to blows. How incredible is that? Magnificent stuff, Ben. And Pease and Emerson, I tip my hat to you two, are absolute gladiators tonight. Magnificent. 24 out of 26. I have no idea who's going to win this race. This is magnificent racing, isn't it? Now then, they've got to get within 3 seconds of German with 2 laps. In 2 laps, they've got to do that. They've also got to get past Nosey as well, as Nosey and Liam and German have done a magnificent job on those hard tires. They really have indeed. Emerson now is right underneath the rear wing of right underneath the rear wing as well. We're on board now with Emerson, and he is 3/10 of a second back. He needs to get the job done down the Wellington straight into Brooklands, which is the next corner coming up then. German does have a 3-second penalty. That might cost him the race win here, you know, and that would be absolute heartbreak for German, because he's had a magnificent drive all day. And now then it's look at this then, Emerson there is now is past Nosey is past. Nosey is up into 2nd position now, 2 laps to go the Grand Prix, and now we got Liam's left the session. No, that's heartbreak for the Mercedes driver. Liam has done a magnificent race and he's going to lose a lot of time to his competitors. And now then, as Emerson's got to get that gap down to within 3 seconds to win the British Grand Prix for the first time in his ALR career. Oh, so goodness me, we're all on Tento. We're hooked at the moment, and we great stuff indeed. Back on board with Total Pease, and a 10th of a second back from Knowles at the moment. He needs to get the job done quite pronto as well, as German there is good. I think he's going to be under almighty amount of pressure, but he's a silver champion, isn't he? He can deal with the pressure. We're coming down into Stowe, and it's not enough for the one. And Carboy has got past Milan. Milan is struggling. Is there damage on Milan's car? Oh no, Milan is off, he's off, and Milan is spun it out of Stowe. Oh goodness me, and that's a big blow for, oh my goodness me, Carboy's up to 5th position then, and Pease hasn't got past yet though, has he? The gap is down to 5.2 seconds. Look at this, he's got to get within 4 seconds. It's got to get within 3 seconds, I should say. Then we're on the final lap of the British Grand Prix, and now then Emerson's going to have to give it his all there, as he's got to get 2 seconds on the silver champion now. It's down to 5 seconds. It's down to 5 seconds now then. And look at that, the time at the top left-hand corner. That's what we're looking at. Pease is how to look then on Knowles, and Knowles has got no penalties. Either he could get on the podium here. There's contact, and Pease and Knowles have come to blows. Oh my goodness me! Oh no! And that is absolutely heartbreak for Nosey and for Pease as well. They've had a magnificent race, and Pease coming back on the circuit. Oh no! And that's an absolute cruel way to end this race. Then German there is a couple of corners away. No, look at this. Emerson is 4.7 seconds away. Then remember, it's like the Japanese Grand Prix back in 1994, isn't it? it? It's all about the aggregate times. He needs to gain 1.5 seconds. And there's German. There's his target in front. And this is too close for comfort. I cannot contain my excitement as we're coming into the final corner. And German in 4.3 seconds, 4.3 seconds, 4.4 seconds. German crosses the line first. And I think German's win the British Grand Prix. And Emerson is going to come through in second. German wins the British Grand Prix. Absolutely magnificent performance there from German. His second Grand Prix win of the season. And I would say that's his best of his ALR career. Absolutely outstanding drive there from German. 1.1 seconds in the end between himself and Emerson. What an incredible race that was. And absolutely magnificent, wasn't it? And that was absolutely cracking. Told Pease only got a point in the end. Then after him and Nosey came to blows on the final lap, that's a brutal blow for Pease and for Nosey as well. Because I think Nosey would have been guaranteed third there. I think he still keeps his second position in the championship, but it's that's only a bit of crumb of comfort there because he would not because he was so close to the podium, wasn't he, here tonight? Absolutely amazing stuff indeed. Then. Liam saying that his time has been added on there, and is he only on 3 seconds worth? So that's not that's cruel blow, isn't it, for Liam? We'll have to. Oops, I've just knocked the telemetry off there. We'll have a look at that in a bit, then, Liam. Then, of course, so if you report your footage in, my good man, we'll have a look, shall we? Yes, German is going to be buzzing then, of course. German usually is quite a level-headed man, isn't he? But I think he might be absolutely ecstatic with that race win. Oh, absolutely fantastic stuff indeed then. And Knowles again drawing the day then, and of course he qualified 17th on the grid then. I think he could have and would have got a podium here today, but a fantastic effort nonetheless indeed then. And I must say, I'm not feeling too good at the moment, and I think I'll give myself a bit of a hernia. Right then, hopefully I'll be coming on the podium in a minute. And there they are, 2 times Grand Prix winner in gold then. Oh, this man then is absolutely magnificent, isn't he? How did he get those hard tires all the way to from when he pitted? It was lap 2, was it, or 3? I have no earthly idea. Whatever it was magnificent, wasn't it? How did he not get a puncture is beyond name. Absolutely magnificent stuff indeed then. Second position for Emerson today. He has not won in Silverstone still. He's got a bit of a bogey track here, hasn't he? And Cartboy, his 5th podium of the season. Magnificent stuff, isn't it, from he has been my driver of the season thus far. Right, and let's take a look at the final classification for the British Grand Prix. German did start 6th, but after the incident at the beginning there, he came back through the field, threw on the hard tyres. Magnificent result. 1.1 seconds in front of Emerson in second position. I think that is one of German's best drives that I've ever seen. Fantastic. Carboy in third position once again, very clean and consistent. Knowlesy driver of the day from 17th to 4th. Milan in 5th. Liam in 6th position. He's got some issues there with timing, I think. Mr. Lee in 7th. Equals as 8th. Tango in 9th. DeLaff on his debut in 10th. Good stuff. P's just outside the points 11. Jonathan 12th. Summer 13th. Guna 14th. Donovan 15th. Diego 16th. William 17th. Retirement. So Shender and Lost Souls all out of the Grand Prix. And William also gets fastest lap as well. I think we're going to have some very excited Grand Prix drivers in this commentary box tonight then. And let's start off with the man who's got his second Grand Prix win. But German, you've had some fantastic racing gold. I remember China was absolutely magnificent, but was very close to winning that one. But today you're on your second Grand Prix win. And how on earth did you do that? That was absolutely brilliant stuff, Fed. Getting all the way to the end on those hard tyres.
Yeah, I don't know. I put on that one under a safety car. I had like a bit of light green damage on my wing, so I didn't think I'd be able to get the win. After like 3 or 4 laps, they were like 10 seconds in front, I think. But I had really good pace in them tyres. I'm surprised I won it, to be fair.
Absolutely superhuman effort as well. I got to say, for a minute I forgot that you guys had pitted right at the beginning, and it kind of came to fruition like near the end as well. But yeah, you're saying that it may not have been possible, but talk us about the incident right at the beginning, shall we? Was there an incident on the first lap? Was there where you got wing damage and had to come in the pits?
Well, yeah, I got probably one of the better starts around the people around me, and going through turn 1, I just got like a bit chopped by Lost Souls and got light green damage, and then I was fighting with Cartboy. So yeah, as soon as the safety car came out, I just thought get the hards on, but it didn't fix my wing, but luckily it didn't really matter.
Goodness me, it didn't. In the end, it was 1.1 seconds between yourself and Emerson. And when did you think that the win was really on for you then? Because you seen that the top four came into the pits and threw on the soft tires and Carboy on the medium tires. When did you think that the win was truly possible?
Probably like 4 or 5 laps to go. I was doing the maths and that, and I realised like if I don't let him get within like a second like gain in each lap, I should be able to win it. And luckily, I done it just about.
Absolutely brilliant. I don't know how you drive and guesstimate as well. I struggle just to go forward and backwards. Magnificent. Today, where do you rank in terms of your ALR achievements today then? Because I got to say, I think your silver, the crown of being silver champion was a magnificent season last season with those where you went on an absolute tear in silver in the mid-season. But today, I thought that you've gone up another level. Would you agree with that, or was this is this potential that you've always had?
I feel like, well, I gained like a lot in quali pace, and then I started working on my race pace recently, like focusing more towards the race, and it's paying off lately. I've been getting some good results in like other leagues with my like racing. With the quali, I like used to just go for like the fastest lap in it, but I'd fall off in the race. But like lately, it's been a bit different, so I'm quite happy with that. It's probably my best drive, I'd say.
And roughly, I think might take it as a pinch of salt, but I think you've moved propelled up to fifth in the championship. There is quite a mammoth gap between yourself and Emerson, but your achievements recently have been magnificent. Of course, at the French Grand Prix and now here as well. What are you in for top three now?
Yeah, that's the goal. I don't think the championship's realistic to win it, but I'd be happy with top three from my start. I've improved as a driver, I feel, so like next season I feel like I could challenge, but it's a bit too soon to say, really.
Brilliant stuff. Well done, German. Fantastic race today. Hats off to you. My driver of the day, personally, fantastic. And let's come to Emerson in a second today. Emerson, you seem to have a bogey track around here. You've never won the race, and it seems like it's got away from you again today.
I wouldn't say, well, yeah, it's been a bit unlucky the last 3 seasons. I mean, I've DNF'd the last 3 times, so I'm more than happy with P2 today. I mean, Gurman, fair play to him, he absolutely bossed the strategy in the race, and it was so frustrating just being that 1.1 seconds off. Looking at it in hindsight, it was probably the battling that me and Pease had that probably lost me about that, well, probably more than 1.1 seconds, but I mean, that was really, really fun, to be fair, and I actually had a quite enjoyable race trying to close them down in the last stint, and I had Farf in my ear telling me that he just needed one more warning to get another penalty, so I was just trying to keep it in with that 6 seconds and hopefully try and get it in with that 3 seconds. But one more lap, 2 more laps maybe, I think I would have had him. But we had me, Pease and Milan, we all just got really quite unlucky with the time of the safety car on the first lap because we were already past the pits by that point. Otherwise we probably would have came in as well. But then again with the virtual safety car, I was kind of thinking about it, but then I was like, oh, I think I'd rather just wait a few more laps to jump on the softs and push at the end. But yeah, it's just the tyre wear's kind of non-existent around here, so doing those hards from the start, considering how long the pit lane is, I mean, it's quite a really good strategy around here.
So you would have gone the hard tyres, would you? Same as Gurman right from the get-go?
Probably, yeah, but it was a bit touch and go, because ideally you kind of wanted it to be like lap 3 or 4 rather than 1, but it was definitely in my mind whether or not I should have boxed under that safety car and just dealt with the traffic, but I just thought it would have been too many cars to try and get through, and I probably wouldn't have got through them as quickly as I probably would like to, so I kind of sticked with my strategy and it did pay off to some sense because I started P3 and I finished P2, so I guess I look at it that way. I climbed up the grid a little bit, but yeah, hopefully next season I might be able to get the win around here eventually.
Absolutely fantastic stuff. Well done, guys. I don't think it's Carboy in here.
Let me have a look. No, he's not.
Well, nonetheless, Carboy, well done indeed then. Right, that's going to be it from us here tonight. Fantastic stuff indeed. Of course, tomorrow night, it is Silver. And Silver, I can't wait for Silver. I can't remember what's happening in Silver. So, of course, it's Troy A, who's at the moment doing an Emerson, isn't he? It's a very much a yellow season, isn't it, in ALR, with both Renaults absolutely doing a fantastic job then. Can Gamer strike back then after having a couple of difficult races? We'll see you tomorrow night for Silver around Silverstone. Goodbye.